Yeah, let's talk about Hermes Cup 4. What is the Hermes Cup, Haelian? Can you tell me? I don't know what it is.
Describe the Hermes Cup. Huh.
Yeah, describe it.
It is a. So here's my pitch when I'm on stream. It is a live Hades racing event starring the best and the worst Hades speedrunners out there, basically. And
Okay.
yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Is all I can really say. And I'm excited for this bracket. We got some newcomers. Some people that have never been in the Hermes Cup before.
Yep.
We had some upsets during those qualifiers, too. We saw a lot of old timers that didn't get to stick around, sadly. But I'm excited for some new blood and just see what all these runners can do. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm loving too. We got new races in there. We had a pretty tight qualifiers to get to this point. The last 2 weeks have been the open qualifiers. Anyone was able to enter, and folks had 3 hours to put forward their best run, essentially, their best 3 weapons time, and they all used the same starting seed, which was an error start. Yeah, I guess the cream rise to the top, and the best top 7 times made it into the round of 8 for the knockout bracket. The thing about that is, on top there with seed number 1, and we might as well just have a look at the qualifying times right now, was duunk0, because he auto-qualified from being the Hermes Cup 3 champion back in the day, i.e. about a month ago.
Back in the day. Feels like so long ago. Basically,
Yeah.
what you're telling me, Jerds, is he's cheated his way into the bracket here.
Look,
Dunk did.
I didn't want to say anything specific. However, no, Dunk's good. Look, I actually would say that, achieving that auto seed into number 1 there is the hardest path. It's much harder to win a full cup, multiple matches, and qualifying before that, rather than winning a winning time in the open qualifiers. So congratulations to Dunk, he's earned that. And then we got a top 8. Like you said, we got a mix-up and all sorts of nations representing. Why don't you give us a bit of a rundown of these races just real quick?
Absolutely. So our first race is actually going to be duunk0 versus Kenorah, representing the Aussie land over there with Jerds. So I know who Jerds' favorite is. duunk0 is going to be the returning Hermes Cup champion, so Kenorah's got their work cut out for them, that's for sure. The race after that is going to be RonnieDaBearOW versus Seagull, right? That's what it is, right? Yeah, that's true. So that's seed 4 and 5. Some nice returning speedrunners there. Ronnie's been in the Cup before. Seagull's newcomer to the Cup, but not a new player to Hades, that's for sure. Showing a lot of work put on in the speedruns. And of course, we got Bablu in the Cup. Ananka is a new up-and-comer rising to the top. World records held by Ananka right now, so you can see a lot of excitement around his play. JDN returning to Hermes Cup number 4, another favorite player. And Shiitake, a newcomer to the Cup also, but they performed really, really well during those qualifiers. And look how close their times were, huh, Jerds? JDN, Shiitake, 0.2 seconds. Ooh. I can't imagine if that was the determining factor, if, that was the 9th seed or something like that, and that's how you got knocked out, right?
Oh, that would have been incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Awesome nail-biter moments there, and yeah, if it was on the borderline, who knows what would happen. But look, we got the VODs. The races pretty much scoured the VODs, and we looked at them, and that's what the times turned out to be. It does matter though for the seeding, because the seeding is what determines the bracket. Just before I check out the bracket here though, can I just give a special shout out to Poppy Hogwash, who unfortunately had to gracefully bow out. However,
yeah.
Will be infinite in our minds, as you can see at the bottom there, because that time of 51:48 would have been 4th as a qualifying time, and Poppy Hogwash only ran one run, right, out of the possible probably 3.
Who can even imagine if he had done it 2 or 3 times like some of the other runners? They probably would have annihilated Bablu's time, that's for sure, Jerds. I mean, it's just without question, really, I think.
Yeah, well, it's very possible. Very, very possible. Who am I to know? Maybe you even would have beaten the rank 1 and become above duunk0. So, that means the brackets are as so, because that determined the seeding order. And today we'll see duunk0 versus Kenorah. And then the second match will be RonnieDaBearOW versus Seagull. So, this will be good. Next fortnight, we'll be seeing Bablu versus Shiitake, and then Ananke versus JDN. And then this is the knockout of death, right?
Yep,
So,
this is a scary bracket. No one wants to race anyone here because everyone just has so much under their belt. All these runners just have so much to show, and it's scary. You know, I wouldn't want to be in this bracket at the slightest, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So here we are. Money's on the line. $200 US for first prize. Decided to ramp it up for this one. Second, it'll be 100, and then 50 for third. If you do want to donate to that prize pool, you are welcome to. It's a GoFundMe page. You can see everyone's donations and the information and how it's being distributed and all that stuff. It's all on there. It's all transparent, so go check it out. And if you want to, you can do that. That's cool. Any news that we should talk about in the racing world before we head into these races?
I know we had a beautiful event on ESA, the charity stream that happened there with Metacast and some of the other speedrunners commentating. So I just want to shout out to those guys for doing a great job and just representing the community really well.
Yeah.
After that, you know, I don't want to boast, Jerds, but I heard someone got a no-hit run recently. I don't know.
Actually, I haven't heard about this, so tell us about it. Is it you?
If you insist, Jerds.
Yeah,
you know,
tell us
I may
about
have completed world first no-hit Hades run. You know, don't worry, guys. It's on YouTube, you know.
All right.
Yeah, no,
so this is
you
an
can
actual
find
world first. It's not like, you know, someone 2 days ago on Reddit posted it and you're like, oh, you're going to do it too.
I mean, I Googled it and I couldn't find anything. So I used my fingers just like this.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
Well, so that's going to go onto the YouTube, right?
It's already there, Jerds.
Oh, sorry, it's already on it. Yeah.
Keep
okay. No, man, I'm so far behind. I've been working like, and haven't even been connected to the internet, basically. So yeah, that's good. Well, I'm gonna have to watch that after this. So these
don't worry, it's not that exciting.
Well,
spoiler alert: I don't get hit.
Yeah, but I mean, how did you do it? Did you do it fast, or was it just, you know, like hide in the corner with Chaos Shield or whatever and like shoot things?
No shield allowed.
Okay.
Hestia only. No Athena allowed, etc., etc. Final destination Fox only.
So you probably got a decent time with it.
It was 18 something. It wasn't like super slow.
Mm-hmm. We're talking RTA, right?
Oh no.
Whatever. All right, cool. No,
In-game
congratulations.
only.
Congrats. I couldn't do it.
Jerds.
So.
All right, let's move on. Come on.
You done good. So yeah, check out Haelian's channel, and of course his stream too. You can see that all of these races, even today, they are on Twitch. So check them out. Okay, it's time to race. So first we've got duunk0 versus Kenorah. Let's go into that one. Introducing our races today. Yeah, hello. Let's start with duunk0. You're first on the list. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, you. It's you.
Look at that handsome devil.
Oh my god, me?
You.
Oh my god.
I know. I know. Looking good.
Thank you. I'm doing all right today. I was working up until very shortly before coming in for the cup, so I wouldn't say I'm the most warmed up I could possibly be, but I am excited to race today.
What would happen if work said, Dunk, we need you to work overtime. It's an emergency, and if you don't do it, you're fired. What would happen?
Well, you know, the fun fact is I recently handed in my 2 weeks at this job. So I would just be like, nice. Sure, that's fine. Let me go.
See ya. Nice.
See you 1 week early. I'm out.
There you go, maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Bashing that vacay time.
Yeah.
So you've been doing some practice. How you feeling for the cup?
I'm feeling okay. Honestly, I've been looking at some of the other competitors in the cup, and I'm super scared. So there's a couple of weapons on this list that I wouldn't say I'm the most comfortable with. There's one that I know I need to go and have a coaching session to get good at. But beyond that, there's a couple that I know how to play, but I just need to level up my gameplay with them. So we'll see how that goes if I can win today over the course of the rest of the cup. So.
That's it. That is true. Well, let's see you represent USA, I guess, as we've got versus Australia here. Good to see you, Kenorah. How are you?
Hi. Well, good. As good as I can be.
Kenorah, I love
nerves.
your hair, by the way.
Yeah.
Purple hair, purple burn.
Yep.
Here we
purple
go.
root
That's
and
right.
Purple in the game and purple border. It's a theme, and I'm loving it. So yeah, I mean, you've been doing some practice leading up to now, right?
Yeah, haven't quite hit as fast as my qualifying rounds, but been practicing with the weapons that I haven't really touched until these Hermes Cups, so hopefully can give it my all.
Well, we've reduced the aspect pool size down to 6 for this cup, which I'm really happy with because it represents 1 for each weapon. So no matter, there'll be no complexities with doing a 3 weapons run in the traditional sense. But also, it just means less aspects that poor competitors like yourselves have to practice. We will be banning 1 each today, Dunk and Kenorah. So unless there's anything to say, I guess we can get straight into that aspect draft. So
Let's do it.
Let's
This is like my favorite part, by the way, for Jersey.
Yeah, I know. It's fun because there's a bit of a strategy involved, and I'm hoping, Dunk and Kenorah, you've got some plans here.
You know what? What's a good thing for this round of Hermes Cup too? No one can break my heart by banning Arthur this time.
Yeah. There is no heartbreak to be had here. And all very popular aspects, I would say. Actually, I might just...
There's chaos.
And then there's chaos. Let's talk a little bit about that real quick. So, Dunko, you chose first because we went in seed order. What did you choose for this aspect pool?
I chose Achilles spear.
Yep. And Kenorah, what did you bring in?
My winning smile.
As for aspects.
I brought in practice.
Yeah, I
Just get
mean,
to pick an aspect.
the last person who got to pick was sixth seed. So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my mistake. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No, I was sleepy is what I was. Yeah, so no, this is the order. It was
Jerds, I thought you were teeing Kenorah up over there, just trying to tee them up for a joke. What happened?
well, it worked anyway, right? If I'm getting laughed
There you
at,
go.
then people are laughing. I'm fine with it. I just want the laughs. So, yeah, like Dunko chose Achilles Spear. Bablo came in saucy with Chaos Shield. So we won't be seeing Beowulf.
Yeah, baby.
Ananke chose Eris Rail. RonnieDaBear on Haribo. Poseidon Sword by Seagull. And Poison Sword. Yes, exactly. Demon of Fists was chosen by JDN. So the top 6, just so we could have a bracket of an aspect pool of 6. Yeah, I would have loved to have more selections in there, but I think this worked out better for just running the tourney. So,
True.
anyways,
And I think there's something to keep in mind for the viewers is that these people are speedrunners and they have a lot to do outside of the Hermes Cup. So practicing all the strange weapons and aspects is a lot to ask for them for this event. But we're happy to also bring you the fastest and best aspects for the most part here, including Chaos Shield. And I'm hearing a lot of banter in chat speedrunners over here that they want to see some Chaos Shield. So I'm hoping it sticks around for this race. Lots of chaos being talked about over here.
I'm sorry, I'm losing it because have I started a thing by calling it Poison Sword? I think for the remainder of the cup, that is the rule. It must be called Poison Sword.
Yep.
All right. So, Kenorah, you've got the first ban here. What aspect are we going to ban here today?
Well, so the good thing about being a regular in Dunko's stream is that I know what weapons and aspects that they're good at and what they're bad at. And knowing that they wanted to put Achilles into the pool just to practice it because they're not really good at it, I'm gonna do them a favor and I'm gonna ban Chaos Shield.
Oh!
Because I know that they're really good with Chaos and they just want that coaching session with Achilles Spear and
I'm loving it.
Yeah, and knowing of course that Kenorah is one of the top players in the world with Achilles Spear, I'm going to be banning that myself.
Whoa!
Oh, snap!
Unbelievable. Dunko throwing down saying, you know what? This is the best. I'm the best and I don't even need it to beat you. Huge plays here. This is why we love
The
the
BM
aspect
here.
I know. Well, good on you, folks. I'm loving it. And we have 2 bands, which means we're going into the picks for the first, second, and third runs of this 3 weapons race. Dunk, you actually picked the first weapon, and then Kenorah, you picked second and third.
Pick strategy is very interesting here because of the 4 aspects that are remaining in the pool, I suppose the only one that I would say I'm like ultra comfortable on, I guess I'm pretty comfortable on all of them, but then like, you know, everybody plays Eris. Everybody plays Eris. So I'm just going to, instead of picking Eris, I'm going to snag Poseidon Sword first.
I don't think we have that on there.
Yeah, I think you mean.
I'm going to snag Poison Sword. Excuse me.
Oh, I found it. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Poison Sword it is.
Yeah.
All right. So Poison Sword is the first one, which is always interesting. I love watching cast builds come into play. Kenorah, what's going to be number 2 and 3?
Number 2, I'm definitely going to go Hera. Hera is definitely one of the weapons that I'm most familiar with, and
Right.
Out of this batch, already banning Achilles, I would like to think Hera is one of Dunk's weakest aspects out of this 6.
Hard to say, isn't it?
Chaos, of course, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be wrong.
Aspects coming in.
And then finally, for my final pick, I'm gonna say Merciful and Stinky.
One sec. Excuse me, Dunko. Yeah, no, it's not alternating because I've changed the draft method to be suitable for 6 aspects instead of 7. So apologies for that. So the low seed picks second and third as well.
Low seed picks second and third. Interesting.
Yeah.
Get wrecked, Dunk.
Otherwise, the high seed would get to choose 2, and the aspect drafting method is swayed so that the underdog gets a little bit of a slight advantage with the choice.
No, that makes sense to me. I'm into it.
Cool. Yeah. So it had to change because we went from aspect pool from 7 to 6, and that kind of changed the order of events.
Totally into it. Just didn't know. Okay.
No sweat. So yes, it's Kenorah's final pick, essentially.
As much as I would love to compete with ME on who can get the RNG luck, I think I'm gonna have to go with just the safe, confident answer and go with Eris.
All right, we were gonna make the same pick anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
Hazard bomb race coming up.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh lord, can't see the third race, Haelian.
Top tier seeds coming your way, boys. Don't you worry.
All right, so this is an all weapons round, folks, where you get a starting seed. A 3 weapons round where you get a starting seed provided by Haelian. But the first race will be on Poison Sword, so please set up your aspect keepsakes, your mirrors as you see fit, and then when you're ready, bring up the Elo's starting boot selector mod, and Haelian will get us started.
Dunk making sure he has God mode turned on over there. I can see.
Now I just have to make sure it's not turned on. Okay, great, good.
All right, my friends.
Actually, which one of us did you want music coming through?
Oh,
I just noticed Dunk turned it off.
yeah, well, Dunk's is off, so yours is on. If you want to, you don't have to.
All right, I'll just turn mine up.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good to me.
All right, the first run is going to be with Poison Sword, as we can see here. In the starting seed for that, my friends, is going to be 052128. Again, 052128. And just a reminder to the viewers that they're not going to know what's going to be inside this seed until they actually get started. And this really only affects the very first chamber, the very first boon or hammer, whatever happens to be there. After that, it pretty much gets completely randomized for the runner. So you're going to see them diverge very quickly after that. But I'm excited to see how we get started here.
Sorry, can I just get one more confirmation on the seed?
Yep.
052128.
Thank you.
Looking gooch, Kenorah.
Loving it. And just a shout out to the latest sub for the channel. Very kind. Kenorah, thank you for that.
Kind soul.
Very kind. All right. So with that, I think we're ready for a countdown.
And for the first time ever, I'll be here for an audio countdown.
Hilarious, since I'll be
Wow.
doing a typed one for Kenorah anyway, I believe, so...
Oh, no, that was Ronnie, I think.
I was running. Oh, you're good? All right, we're going audio, folks. Loving it. Can I just confirm, Dunko, you look like you're good to go? Yes?
I'm ready.
Kenorah, are you ready? Kenorah's ready.
Yes,
but
sorry,
already...
I was
you muted?
I was ready
Thank
to
you.
go.
No, yeah, aces. We're good to go. So with that, Haelian, why don't you do the countdown from 5 and on go is when they'll go.
Alrighty.
You know.
My friends, best of luck to both of you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! In the rough.
Then they're off out of the gates as Haelian's noise gate kicks in. And, oh, what did we see? Double purple electric shot. What a good start for
Double
Poison
purple
Sword.
Electric shot.
It's almost like you
Pretty
gave them
good, I'd say.
exactly what they wanted, right?
I mean, they keep whining about the things that I give them. I don't know why. I only give the highest quality here, Jerds, and it's never been any different, that's for sure.
I'm loving it.
There's
I
a
love
slight difference in their timers to start. I think Kenorah's time started upon landing, so it might look like Kenorah is slightly ahead of Dunk, but that might not actually be the case when we come down to watching the timing on it. So we're just going to have to keep an eye out for that.
Roger that. All right, I'm just setting a few things up with the stream.
Sure. Yeah, we haven't seen Poseidon Sword in quite a while, I think, in the Hermes Cup. At least I don't remember seeing it in a while, but it's, you know, Electric Shot just does really, really well with it. Just being able to dislodge the cast is really, really important here. You see Electric Shot used a lot in Achilles because you can power it up with that huge cast damage, and it works pretty much the same way with Poseidon, except you don't need to get quick reload from Hermes like you do with Achilles, I'd say here. So it's just very reliable. It's very consistent. It's not like super fast. It's not like in the top, you know, 3 aspects out there or anything like that, but it definitely strives at consistency here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be a very, very close race because of that.
True, true. All right, let's see what chaos rolls here for Kenorah. Anything good? No, we're really looking
they're
for cast
rolling.
off.
Just kind of wound up settling for something, I think there. Dunk picking
Yeah.
up Hyper Sprint from Hermes on the left. Meanwhile, Kenorah enters the first mini boss, and it's going to be something from Zeus, so that could be quite helpful.
All right, fast mini boss room there for Dunk. That's good. Aphrodite provides special there. Okay.
That's something.
Yeah.
Kenorah got Epic Zeus call, so purple hair, purple boon, right, guys? It's working. It's working for Kenorah, that's for sure.
I'm loving it. Even the Twitch emote heart is the correct color of purple, in my opinion.
Ooh, interesting choice by Kenorah there. Purple Hydraulic Might picked up. I wonder if Splash Dash would have been pretty good here. I mean, Splash Dash is almost never wrong, but it is true you're using a sword. You're trying to stay melee range. So knocking foes away with your dash could be problematic in some ways, but I don't know. It's a path you can definitely take, I think.
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen too many splash dashes work with Poseidon Sword, Poison Sword, Poseidon, Poison,
Poseidon Sword.
Poise. It's Poise. Yeah, look, I don't know. I mean, it's just a really good source of damage, and if you're just getting in their face and cornering things, but it's going to work against you in open rooms. It's hard to say.
Kenorah off to an early lead here as they enter the Meg fight, or Electo fight rather. A little bit ahead of Dunk here. They picked up another Zeus boon. They just grabbed Jolted there. I can understand that. They only have a couple rolls left. They could have tried to get Double Strike, but yeah, I'm happy with that Jolted choice. I think that's probably the correct choice.
Picking up the Pom from the shop there for Dunko as goes into the boss fight here. A little bit behind Kenorah. But yeah, you do want to be pomming up your cast. Cast damage is such a big part of this, obviously, of this build.
Yes.
So it's all about scaling that damage as high as you can. Get those Poms in. In the meantime, Furies have vanquished here with a time of 3 minutes 59, I believe that is. On the live... No, that can't be right. Why? Oh, 346, can't read.
346, that looks about right.
Yeah. What happened
That's
there?
a very nice time. That's really nice. I do think Kenorah's split started, like 6 or 7 seconds after dunks, just because I think the split started when Zag landed in Tartarus, but that's okay. I mean, if it's going to be that close, we can always go back and check the video to make sure everything lines up there.
Will do.
And yeah, Jerds, you're right. Like those palms of the cast are going to be really, really important. So Dunk already having level 4 on the electric shot, and Kenorah still stuck at level 1 is it's sort of a big deal, honestly. I mean, Kenorah's very, very far behind levels. Not much they could really do about it. You just do what you can. Getting Eurydice here, though, so we'll see. Will Kenorah take the palm porridge? Maybe a nice little gamble here. They only got a few boons.
Yeah, that's it. And look, Duncan might be 20-ish seconds behind or whatever, but I mean, he's got the long game set up with the extra power in the cast, which is only going to ramp up. What's Hermes going to bring here? Rolls past things to get rush delivery. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a combo that we just keep seeing rise and rise up even more as time goes on. There was a long time where we didn't really go after this combo, I felt, even though it existed. But now it just seems like every single run, hyper sprint, rush delivery, boom. Take the movement and take the damage.
I love how it's a combo you can reach for. It's just you're pretty much a 2 boon combo you can aim for. That works amazingly well. Maybe it's kind of strong. I love to nerf things. I would probably slightly tweak it. It's just so damn strong. But
stop trying the nerf thing, Jerds.
Oh, it's too late. The ship has sailed, and there's going to be no more balance changes. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, look, it's amazing, and you have to go for it. And for Dunk to have that online, plus with the strong casts, in a great position to finish off this run, I would say.
Ooh, Dunko. Green boon for Dunk. Sweet Nectar gets double palms at this point.
Sweet.
Not actually that helpful probably now. And I'm noticing Dunk actually went for Splash Dash. Here comes. Can Dunk get the 4 Witch Meg? And he did. Wow, beautiful witch fight there. Very nicely done. Purple Athena attack. Looks like he's settling for that. He didn't seem super happy about it. Took a half a second to think, but I think at this rate, I think it was the correct choice, and he made the right choice there. Kenorah with purple Artemis attack on the other side now. Kenorah actually went for Artemis. They have Artemis's keepsake on, so that's actually an interesting strategy and divergence in what they're trying to do exactly. I don't know if Kenorah maybe kind of loosely going for... Gosh, I don't know now. Maybe Harren. I'm just trying to think of the duo boons, but there's really not a whole lot that you'd really want, I think, right now in terms of that. But Dunk could be going for... Let's see. Can Dunk get Mirage? No. He's got Zeus's Call 2 here, but Kenorah's got a decent lead now. The lead's only advanced, it seems, for Kenorah, as they had a really beautiful room set. Eurydice, Shop, into, I think, the easiest mini-boss, or fastest, rather, into Chaos. Losing a DD there. They're not happy about it, but they're getting through it.
Yeah, well, Kenorah does finish, even though, losing the DD, it's not a huge deal. I really see, I think, it's quite possible with players of this skill. No one's probably going to be dying on a 3 weapons run. Plus, you never know. You'd be looking for that patty room anyway. Could come in as a saving grace. But, yeah, look, got the lead there. Doing well. What was the time finish there? 7:24 I see on Asphodel, is that right? Versus 7:48, yeah. So 24-second differential between the two.
Gold split for Dunk, it looks even interesting.
Okay then. Those splits have been reset at some point in his life, I'm sure of it. So yeah. Onto the grind, the Elysium grind that is. Can be a taxing biome. It's a big deal if you get some free rooms here, that's for sure.
Yep. I think Elysium is where we can see some of the biggest swings, especially since we've gotten rid of that pesky sack RNG. This is going to be the place where, those free rooms can really, really add up. Patty, Chaos Gates, Fountain Rooms, it's really... It's kind of scary entering Elysium ahead just because what can happen, I think. Especially since neither runner has seen Thanatos yet. Thanatos could show his beautiful body right now for both runners.
Yeah, you're right about everything there. Than is beautiful. Also, something to note is on the top right of the screen, you'll probably see that we've got some counters happening. This is part of a racing mod. Thanks again to Elo. Hello, oh my god, I can't even speak right now.
Elemental P.
Elemental P, yeah, making the racing mods and stuff. Twinkletoes, I recommend a coffee. What are you doing over there? Anyway, yeah, so the top indicator is showing how many chaos rooms or chambers they've received. The second is how many story rooms. The third being how many fountain rooms. And the fourth is how many fans. Of course, that can be 0 and 1. So like you said, no fans. No only fans. And we said that and it happens.
Jerseys.
Chamber 31 could be worse. Let's just put it that way.
Could be worse.
In the meantime, duunk0 getting the butterfly ballroom. Is that the butterfly ballroom? Kind of a slow one there.
That's the butterfly ballroom.
Don't normally see people having to dash back there. Look at those options. Lots of trades. None to be taken.
Oh my god. The bait there, the red boons. duunk0 ain't falling for it though.
See red boon, don't take red boon is, I think, the mentality most people have. But you know what? Sometimes it's actually a good offer.
Sometimes I think we're just trained to ignore it a lot of times because I think we're too used to just getting what we want the first time and not actually looking for swaps and stuff. So I don't know. It's like you're already trying to think like, all right, what boons do I actually want? It's hard to also keep in mind possible swap options you'd like too. Ooh, Kenorah losing their second Death Defiance. A little scary. You can see that they're not very happy about it. Not only that, but this is Thanatos' room, so Thanatos is definitely to blame. And you can see the builds are really actually kind of coming together. It's interesting to see. Both runners are actually took a God Keepsake coming to Elysium. We don't see that often anymore, I think. duunk0 took Artemis's Keepsake, I guess, going for a Mirage Shot in some way, but it would be really hard to get now. I think he picked up exit boons along the way, which is actually a decent boon for this, I think. It's not, make or break, but it does some work. Ooh, Smoldering Air picked up for a dunk. That is spicy, I think.
Oh, it is. I feel like that's kind of an untapped not an untapped resource, but just it's an unsung hero is probably a good way to put that one. Love that boon. I think it's super powerful, and I'd like to see it, labbed and tweaked a little bit more with runs in the future. But yeah, that's strong. Look, duunk0's looking super strong at this point. Chamber 34 has the lead, and is, I feel like, from this position, probably going to take that lead and extend it a little bit towards the end of this run. That's just my gut feel at this point, just based off the builds. And of course, as we know, duunk0 is the Hermes Cup 3 champion, and a lot of accolades under his belt with various world records. So if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Dunk. As Dunk comes
just
up
like
to the heroes fight.
I was just saying, Jerseys, like we talked about, look at this big swing here. duunk0 actually coming into the heroes fight well before Kenorah, who's still finishing up the final room in Elysium. Unfortunately, that Thanatos really hurt Kenorah's time here.
Yeah.
Well, let's check out how fast these heroes go down for Dunk.
Ooh, Theseus melting away. No more to pay. Out of there.
Woo!
Minotaur, you're
That's
next.
Smoldering Air, huh?
Yeah, it's doing good work, that's for sure. duunk0 loving these lightning casts, and that's done with a time of 12:28. And this is real time that we're talking here, since it's a 3 weapons run. In the meantime, Kenorah is fighting the heroes now, also showing some decent damage. Thesis is bubbled.
That Burpee Zeus call, which is gonna do a lot of work. They don't have. Oh wait, Kenorah has Smoldering Air too. It's double Smoldering Air. I think both of them have level 1, but Kenorah's got the Perpy boon at least. Oh, Kenorah's health is low. They only have 1 DD left. They really got to be cautious here, I think. Oh no!
Ooh,
you can see their face.
Yes, yeah, that is tough. I don't know. I mean, what does this mean? Does Kenorah go Acorn going to the next? Like, do they have to play it safe here? What's going on?
You gotta play it safe here, right? Unfortunately, like that Death Defiance, losing all 3 Death Defiances at this point in the run probably cost Kenorah a good. What do you think, Jerseys? Like 15 seconds? So that could be the time that it has cost entirely. Yeah. Dunk has actually gone Acorn here. So Dunk is in the lead by it's a decent amount of time. I don't know, 20 seconds or so. It's going to be tough for Kenorah to catch up at this point, but it is definitely very, very close. If Dunk gets maybe vermined or something, that could mean something.
Could be a thing. So for folks that might not know, as part of the racing mod that Elo's set up for us, we've actually locked in 3 tunnels in Styx to receive the sack. It's always going to be 3, so there's no RNG element. It won't be anything between 2 and 5, which could be grossly fair or unfair. I mean, to players. this way, this is just one of the largest RNG elements we've kind of, I guess, balanced out for the purpose of racing. So we know what we're playing with here. The biggest RNG element now is going to be Than, and which happened for Kenorah in this run. And of course, Tiny Vermin, like you said. Beyond that, it's kind of like standard play. So,
yep. I think it's a good conversation to have. What's a good amount of RNG to have in this game, right? It's kind of hard. It's a tough discussion, really, because who knows what's healthy, who knows what's good. You can't have zero, and we don't really want all of it at the same time. So it's a continuous discussion that Jerds likes to hold with all the runners and racers, and just have a open dialogue about.
Yeah, look, always keen for feedback on changes to make things better. The game wasn't made to be speedrunning specific. It's just, there's a few enablers in there like the timer and stuff, which have definitely encouraged it, but it's not, like 100% a speedrunning game, right? It's a game for the player, like the whole player base, first of all, and then kind of like we're making it work. And, it's especially not necessarily, fully loaded, never mind any of that crap.
Look at Doug's face. All right, I'll take that.
He's loving it.
Plus 2 casts for Doug. So, by the way, this Hermes Cup, we're doing 3 weapons in a row, baby. It doesn't end here. Oh, Mirage Shot, double green for Kenorah over there. I don't know. I might prefer Mirage Shot a little bit myself versus fully loaded. I don't know. Mirage Shot is a lot of damage, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, the race doesn't end here. It's not ending after Hades is dead. It's gonna keep going. So it looks like Kenorah is gonna be a little bit behind at the end of this first run, but it's definitely not gonna be by that much, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that is true. It's a 3 weapons race. Second will be on aspect of Hera. So, yeah, look, it can swing either way. It'll be really interesting to see. And there's a lot of things that can happen, right? RNG wise. Will Kenorah get triple Than? Will duunk0 get a Than? Right? Like anything can happen. So, in the meantime, Hades going down pretty quickly here. I feel like duunk0 is quite strong.
And Dunk doesn't have any of that added stress of a possible death here. I mean, he hasn't even taken any damage. Still has a charge on the Acorn, nothing to worry about. Unfortunately for Kenorah, they do have a slight concern here. They have to be careful with their health. I can only imagine that they put the Acorn on, but I didn't actually get to see.
Interesting for a Dunk to go Acorn, since I don't believe he's running a high confidence. So probably could have gone anything else. Even like something like Scully Ring would have provided some damage at some time, like right now. But anyway, that finishes off the run there with a time of 16:54. Congrats to duunk0, and the three weapons run continues.
duunk0 will be moving on to the second aspect, which is aspect of Hera on the bow. But in the meantime, why don't we try to join in Kenorah while they are trying to finish up the Hades fight? Still at full health, still have a charge on the Acorn. They're looking pretty juicy. I don't think they have anything to worry about. Still over 200 health coming into the second phase.
Yep, should be fine. Should be able to push the limits a little bit hard, actually. Look at that fire rate. Nice. Get them out there, coast.
Must have a very nice flurry cast. Good dodge there. Ooh. I still can't help it. I still get a little antsy.
I know, right? With those pots, like, they can just combo you out.
Yep.
You chop, you get potted, you get novad, you get chopped. Suddenly you're taking big damage. Ooh, 91 health there, but should be fine here. Finishing it off.
Okay, here we go. Woo! Okay,
we
there
good.
It's done.
We Gucci. And that completes Poison
Gucci,
Sword.
baby.
Yep. So with that...
Poison Sword done. Kenorah will also be moving on to Hera aspect now. It looks like Dunk might have a solid almost minute lead, I think. Yeah, it's almost a full minute now. But we're moving on still, and there's definitely a lot that can happen. We can see Dunk did start with Crush Shot here. Which is sort of standard stock for Hera bow right now. It just deals a lot of damage. You don't have that downside of the reduced range like normal here. And yeah, you're just kind of hoping for some kind of setup for Mirage Shot. Also, boons like Snow Burst or Splash Dash are super, super, super powerful with Hera just to clean up the small enemies and rooms and get through things quickly here. So that's what these runners are going to be looking for.
Yeah, pretty much. Fairly bread and butter. Another cast weapon, essentially, so you want to be pumping up that cast, increase that damage, and probably just, again, looking for that rush delivery combo at some point, too.
Always and forever. You can see Dunk skipping that well there. It's interesting. I feel like I've seen that more and more and more as time goes on, where speedrunners are opting not to even check for things like Light Evixians for a Chaos Gate, maybe, because sometimes maybe you can't spare the money, or Dunk having a hard choice there. Can't spare the money, or it's the gate isn't going to line up correctly, or just like all sorts of factors there, really. So we could be wasting our time looking at these wells when we don't need to, maybe.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Ooh, nice splash dash picked up for Dunk there. Epic splash dash. Dunk's gonna be cruising, I gotta say right now. I don't know. This could be tough for Kenorah to keep up with. Kenorah's definitely gonna need some AoE help here to keep it going.
Yep, that is true. Kenorah, Chamber 4 versus Dunk's Chamber 8, both finishing it off right now. I feel like I don't know, did Kenorah get a faster finishing screen or something? Because...
Maybe it looks like there's a little bit of catch-up already, huh?
That's right. That is an element of RNG, I guess, too. Some of those ending victory screens can happen, but I mean, we can't control all of the RNG elements. At some point, we got to play the game for what it is. Of course, duunk0, they're not choosing the trials room, which is going to take a long time. Take the shop.
Yep. Ooh,
gonna do a double
picked up for
purchase here.
Dunk there.
Got to roll that. And what do we got? Hyper sprint. So that's part one of the rush delivery combo there.
Really nice setup for Dunk. Dunk is cruising right now. Oh, Poseidon picked up for Kenorah on the right. Looking for that splash dash, I think.
After totally wrecking that mini boss too. Takes the palm. We're looking to power up that cast, folks. So looking good.
No dash offered for Kenorah. Took hydraulic might, but Dunk is really set up to get Mirage shot maybe, because he already has Artemis and Poseidon going right there. Could get it. He's got a Chaos Gate right here. Things are lined up really, really well for Dunk.
Especially with the hammer hand.
Flash dash, it might have been beautiful, but
yeah.
Wait.
There's time. What's the reroll going to bring?
Come on, Snowburst. Kenorah's rolling really hard. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Got some kind of Snowburst.
Bit of time spent on the rerolls, and only for common. But I mean, I think it's still good, right? Like, there's just so many.
You need it. You have to have it.
So many use cases for it. That's probably a way to put it. But just a quick shout out to duunk0's hammer. Ooh, picking up harder in there. Okay then. Yeah, duunk0's looking strong because I really love the flurry hammer here. I think that's an unsung hero here as well. Just the fact that you can actually get out those shots just a little bit quicker is a real quality of life improvement, in my opinion, for Hera. Look how fast this boss is going down right now.
Wow.
Tisiphone just getting bursted out of town. I
think both runners actually picked up flurry shot from their first hammer there, which is actually really interesting. It's not something that I've personally explored very much. It's an interesting hammer on Hera, that's for sure. Because the attack gets out a lot quicker, right, Jerds? But then you don't get the control of, how long you charge it for, and you don't necessarily get the same amount of power level on the attack in case you want to go that route. So it's I kind of like seeing it here just for something a little bit different than what we usually see with something like, triple shot or something like that.
Yeah, that is true. All right, so we got Kenorah coming up to Electo here. A little bit behind, but let's see how strong the burst is. Yeah, that was quick. When you're running. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, Snowburst was a nice pickup, but the other moves haven't been very kind to Kenorah yet, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Hermes wasn't very kind, and they're out of rolls now, so they don't have a lot of options left. They kind of got to take things as they come. They don't have an attack boon. They don't have a dash boon. They're just kind of stuck with what they get from here on out, unfortunately, but they're going to have to see what they can do here, because duunk0 is keeping up. duunk0's moving along. He's got a pretty solid setup right now. Artemis chosen as the keepsake for both runners here, so I'm guessing for duunk0, we're looking for something like Mirage Shot. Maybe for Kenorah, we're just looking for a decent attack boon, maybe, and then we'll kind of see what happens, I'm going to guess.
Yeah, still early days, Really not much to say except let's see how it pans out. I'm loving the Eurydice room here. That's going to mean... what's the selection here? Refreshing Nectar. Okay. Investing in the future. Yep, nothing wrong with
Mirage Shot. You can see Dunk's face. He's thinking of it. He wants this Mirage Shot. All right, can we get another second for Witch Meg here?
Waiting for it, so that's going to be good. In the corner, nice positioning. Bam. Hits it. It's
Nicely
a 4.
done.
Yeah, very fast room thanks to the new 4, which Meg strats there. Oh, rolls
Ooh, passing
away.
up epic. Oh, but Mirage Shot is in, baby.
Nice, good moves, and that's a real symbol of strength, right? You know, like to see something that's
That's a lot
really
of
a great
damage.
pickup and be like, you know what, I'm gonna roll away from this great pickup and just stay the course. Picks up the Mirage Shot. That's that's wisdom of a true champion.
Agreed. I mean, 100%. Just think about it. It's Mirage Shot. It deals more damage, and you get it front loaded. You know, you're gonna get that boss phase sooner. You're not gonna wait for the cast to fall off before that damage gets dealt. The phase is gonna happen sooner. Enemies are gonna die faster. You don't have to wait for those casts at all. Dunk not getting offered the shot there, which is pretty bad luck, and you can kind of see he's kind of pondering what's going on here in Asphodel a little bit. Oh wait, never mind. He's actually much later than I thought. For Kenorah, though, on the right, the Barge has visited. Barge of Slowness. They have picked up Artemis's attack boon, so they get a little bit of extra damage there. And they have a Poseidon boon, so they are actually set up for Mirage Shot themselves. So I'm excited to see if they can get this to happen. I didn't see what god is at the end of the Barge here, but we'll have to find out.
We'll see very soon. What's it gonna be? Gonna skip through that gate? I love seeing that. So cool. Damn it,
Demeter's
meters though.
back, baby.
Rare crop.
Double rare crop. The king, the queen. I think
Picked
it hit
Snowburst as well.
at least.
Yeah, it did. That's a good one. Straight into Eurydice. This is a good catch up. Look at these
Ooh,
chamber
nice.
numbers here, right? So you know,
Picking
Kenorah.
up a 75% rush delivery there, though, right before the Lerny fight.
That's
Big damage
big.
for Dunk, I gotta say.
Yeah, look, things are getting juicy here. And again, like we'll get to see the burst. Those casts, just waiting for those feels like forever. Even with Terra, where the drop time is only 5 seconds. But
Right.
you know, it's big swings of burst and. Oh, thanks for the subscription there. What a bunch of bozos. Are you talking about us?
So we
got
can see
Kenorah here.
Kenorah's going to continue to be a little bit behind, but I think they've actually kept up. It's not that far behind, honestly.
Yeah.
Rolling back to grab that food real quick. I don't think they've gotten further behind, which is a good sign, I'm going to say.
Absolutely
And
still a
even-
threat.
No, it could go either way 100% here still, I think.
Yeah.
Especially with all of Eris on the table, there's a lot that can happen in between here. So Kenorah still definitely in this race. Whether or not they're going to be able to beat Dunk at the end of this hero run might be a different question, but I think for the race as a whole, it's still very much so anyone's game.
Yeah, you know, Kenorah's been putting in a lot of work in terms of practice, you know, just really grinding out the runs. Absolutely, you know, I love to see, you know, hard work paid off. And I think it's showing here today, right?
Absolutely. I mean, just like you said right now, Jerds, this is work. Doing this is not easy. It can be fun, you know, but it's not always fun. And it just takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. It takes research, gameplay. It takes a lot of everything, you know. Oh, you see Kenorah's face losing their second Death Defiance in the Lerny fight. They're not happy about it. It looks like it's round 2 of the dangerous game that Kenorah's playing here. Only 90 max health. That's definitely tough to deal with, I gotta say, at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be hoping for that paddy room to get those 3 free DDs, you know? Plus the fast
I
room.
hope so. Yeah.
All right.
Patty, save us, please.
In the meantime, pulling away, we got dunk0here with the butterfly ballroom, and that's going to be a fast room. Where is that last guy?
Very nice.
Got him. Done. Purple snowburst as well. Looking good for Dunk.
Looking Gucci over there. Dunk's got it all going on. Dunk's not missing anything at this point. You know, I mean, unless they get another Artemis Legendary now, there's really nothing else, I don't think. You know, they have Hyper Delivery from Hermes. They got Splash Dash, Snowburst. They got Mirage Shot. It's insane, really, this Hera build that Dunk has, I gotta say. And they got a Chaos Gate lighting up right here now, too.
Yeah, so no aid as well. So I guess, what does that mean? Set up for a Hades keepsake in Biome 4, do you think?
Could be. Actually, that's a pretty good setup. I just noticed Dunk actually put on Demeter's keepsake just for the purpose of Snowburst, I can only imagine. Interesting to even bother going for it at this point. I wonder, with Splash Dash already online? I don't know. That's kind of interesting. But I was oofing and eyeing Jerds because Green Boon appeared for Kenorah, but it wasn't Mirage Shot. It was Sweet Nectar. Oh, not quite the Green Boon we want.
No.
I guess purple hair is given the perpy boons, but not the right green boons, I guess. Gesundheit, Jerds.
I muted that for the stream, but you heard it.
Okay, gotcha. It was the loudest sneeze I've ever heard in my life, chat.
Oh.
So don't worry, you didn't miss anything.
Aircon's kicking in. Whew. Feeling cool. Must be the stamina in the room.
What season is it in Australia right now? Because it's still basically the butt end of winter for me.
Yeah, we're opposite. We are the opposite, right? So summer for us. So for example, it was 25 or 26 degrees Celsius last night at about midnight.
Can you translate that to a patriot for me, American patriot, please?
American convert Fahrenheit
to USD dollars, maybe?
To calcium. Celsius, I mean, sorry.
Calcium, yep.
Okay, so... so imagine 78 degrees Fahrenheit at midnight.
That's actually kind of nice.
At midnight.
That's not a bad thing.
Do you reckon?
That's not bad, I think. Well, at midnight? Oh, okay. So that's actually kind of warm for midnight.
Yeah. Plus it's super humid. It's just the Australian way. We got bulls being fought off here on both screens at once. Interesting division of, I guess, damage and hit points happening there for duunk0, but he does finish off the heroes. In the meantime, Kenorah here just entering chamber 31, so there is that little bit of a lead again. There's been a little bit back and forth, but I guess slight catch up and then sort of pulling back on the throttle again, out of their control. But I would still say it's not over yet.
I think Kenorah is actually still in chamber 31 now, so it looks like the lead is widening for Dunk here. So it could be tough at this point, but I'm excited to see what Kenorah can pull. Hera is a very difficult weapon to play, I think, honestly. It can be very challenging. Not even taking chain shot there, which is really interesting. Oh no! Kenorah realizing their mistake. They thought they were at the end of Elysium, I think, and they skipped the shop. They took the Hermes boon. Oh, we've all been there at least once, I'm going to say. Thought it was the last room. But unfortunately, we were wrong.
Yeah, that can be confusing.
It's not over yet, guys. Don't worry. It's not over yet. We have a whole other third weapon. Tiny Verpin showing up for duunk0. Tiny Vorpal weapon. You know, whatever it is. The rat thing.
Little rat that's actually big and strong.
Dirty little rat.
You little rat. Look at the burst damage there on the Tiny Vermin. That's actually not as bad as it could have been. The big problem is when it disappears and comes back, it's like a Hades stealth, right? Just hurry up.
Take forever. Burrow, vermin, burrow.
Out of there. In the meantime, Hermes...
Before getting their prize here, having to settle for greater evasion because there was really nothing of use there, unfortunately.
Yeah, no rerolls is
definitely
tough.
Not happy with it. Oh, Fountain Room, though. Here we go.
Hey, that's something.
Blown Kiss online.
Unexpected decision there because nothing really good of value to be offered and had to think about it. That's the second time in 2 rooms that Kenorah's kind of like, you know, scrolled up and down to make the decision. That's a couple of seconds each time, right? So it all adds up.
Yeah. I mean, I think something that I always keep in mind is that when it comes to Aphrodite, unfortunately, the tier 2 boons, as we call them, which is sort of like the boons you get offered after the initial core boon from Aphrodite, none of them are ever that meaningful for the most part. So you should never plan to spend a lot of time thinking about whatever she's going to offer, honestly. But don't worry, we got heroic Snowburst online for Kenorah, and then Heartrend picked up. So might get some juicy attacks at least. I don't know if we have pressure points or anything else online here.
Let's get juicy. Let's see what happens here. All right, so dropping the mag, hitting both heroes here at the same time. They're kind of splitting up a bit. So actually, funnily enough, the Minotaur bubbling first before Theseus. Don't see that as often. But they are nicely grouped now. It's going to be great for the Snowburst. This is a nice, easy... Zeus's 8 is easy to dodge. You can actually dodge that in a triangle and really not take much damage and stay close if you wanted to. Yeah, they're both going down at the same time, so it's kind of, you know, like at the same rate even, right? Look, they're both pretty much on like 10% health, so it does actually make the fight a little bit harder when you're trying to conserve health and avoid attacks, which Kenorah's in that position right now. In the meantime, we got duunk0's here fighting off Hades, God of the Dead.
We got duunk0s over here.
Yeah.
So we almost got a full biome between each runner at this point, right? All of Styx is practically between them right now.
duunk0.
But again, anything could happen. You know,
Yeah.
Eris is a fickle mistress, you could say. You know, we don't know what could happen here. As long as both runners can stay alive, it could still be a very even race, I think.
I think, you know, forcing the Demeter in Elysium to pick up that snowburst probably did duunk0 wonders coming into Styx with, you know, a lot of those little tiny rat rooms. And I think it was a worthwhile payoff. You know, like what other keepsake are you going to put on, really, in Elysium anyways?
Yeah. I mean, putting on something like Charon's keepsake at this point, it's just probably not going to pay off half the time. You know, sometimes you don't even see a well, you know, and then maybe you don't want to waste time opening that well. Also, it's a very, very, very big gamble for sometimes very little to no payoff. So
yeah, so I'm liking that decision there. So Kenorah is just fighting through the chambers of Styx here, getting through. Probably looks like I'm watching Kenorah's eyes dash to the side, so probably watching the stream and seeing, you know, where are
nice
they
fight
at
there, though.
compared to
Barrage
duunk0.
shot? Oh no! Ooh, nice dash picked up though. That's gonna help out a little bit, especially here in Styx. It also just helps deal boss damage, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna knock the boss away or disrupt the fight in any way. It's just gonna deal some extra damage that we didn't have before. Again, open the well here. Anything good? Nothing good. Hoping for cast damage or something.
In the meantime, duunk0 begins the third of 3 in this 3 weapons race, starting off with the Zeus forced boon here.
Classic.
Lightning
Common
strike,
attack.
common attack, unbelievable. That is, that's a dirty sock. I mean, you get the increased rarity from the keepsake, and you still get a common. That was an originally very low, low starting seed.
Ooh. Interesting choice by Dunk as I'm watching there. Second Zeus was offered so early here in Tartarus. Dunk actually skipped a Chaos Gate to get it. I respect that choice, I gotta say. If I were in Dunk's shoes there, I would just spam the button over the Chaos Gate. Not
And
even
then
caring.
getting the epic jolted. That's good. I mean, you're looking for the jolted. You don't expect it at epic, but that's great.
Oh my god, that's disgusting, Dunko. You should be ashamed of yourself. So anyway, it could still be anyone's race because the hammers can play a very, very important part in that Eris run there. It's gonna be tough though. Kenorah's got an uphill battle, that's for sure here. They're still finishing up Styx. They still have this Hades fight to get through. They're gonna have plenty of health. They got a DD. They got the Acorn on. I don't think we have to worry too much about that. But they gotta get through this fight. Oh, looking for that barrage shot. There it is, finally, folks.
That's a good pickup there, actually. I'm loving that, you know. Might have cost a few seconds. That's a big damage increase, though. What are you going to do here? Picks up the single additional dash. duunk0 does.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. duunk0 getting the natty Poseidon here in Tartarus, too. Only a single dash, we're going to say. But let's see. Does it happen? You can see his face just going, oh, you know, I guess this is all right. Into the hammer. The dunk luck, everybody. The dunk lunk, as we might call it. Meanwhile, we got to see Kenorah finish up this Haribo run with Hades here.
Yeah, just showing the power of a pretty decent build and setup here. Let's watch and see. I do love seeing those snowbursts kind of like hit Hades as well.
Very satisfying, huh? Just see all that little damage all around.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I love seeing Hades get chilled and, you know, just makes it much easier to control the fight, I think. All right.
Acorn's down. Kenorah is trying to play a little safe, we can tell. Lots of those boiling bloodheads floating around. There we go. Hades finally over. Phase 2 begins. Waiting to load up these casts to get a little bit of extra snowburst damage, maybe.
Slight trip up there. Hitting the Nova probably didn't need to. He's hoping that... Oh, look, you really look for those beams in Phase 2. As far as I'm concerned, that's just like free damage.
Yeah.
I love that phase. And...
boiling blood's on.
Yeah, don't want to be hit at this point. Take that increased damage when you do get hit. That's a big chomp there for 50. He's now on 88. Hades is almost down, though.
Here we go. Here comes... Oh, no!
Kenorah playing it safe.
There we go, though. The finish. We're through. In the lead widens for Dunk as Dunk is now facing the sisters already on this rail run. Rail run even.
Look at this
like Dunk
silly
had to pick
damage.
up triple bomb here, but I mean, who cares? Look at his build. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Poseidon dash in Epic jolted already. Look at his face. Look at it. Dunk's on autopilot right now, Jerds. I don't think there's a care in the world right now.
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't know. Is he rolling his eyes saying, you know what, this is actually a potential record time and I don't even get to clock it because we're running mods? What's going on?
Dunk throwing his hands in the air because he picked up some extra cast damage. He's like, huh? No, I guess I did that. Sure.
Oh, flick of the head. So what's, I mean, Haelian, what is the most delicious food in the game, in the world, well, the underworld?
In the underworld, you gotta say?
I want to know. What do you think?
I mean, so do you go for the palm porridge? Do you go for the ambrosia? Let's say Hades is now a themed land in Disney World, right, Jerds?
Yes.
You go to the Hades themed restaurant, Eurydice's Diner. Do you order the palm porridge, the ambrosia delight, or the refreshing nectar, which is probably a Bud Light in a styrofoam cup, you know?
Pretty much. But drinks don't count. Yeah. It's a food question.
Yeah, there you go. You got to go for that ambrosia delight, I got to say.
Yeah, I guess so. If it has true ambrosia in it, that's probably going to be the tastiest. But does Eurydice have access to the ambrosia? I don't know. I feel like that cake that's in the glass presentation cabinet.
The chef.
From the head chef. I want to eat that. That looks so tasty.
I got some bad news for you, Jerds.
What is it?
I'm 99% certain from what I've seen that chef dicing on that cutting board, that is an onion cake. There's onion inside that cake.
There's onion inside the cake? All right, you're probably right. Yep. And even if not, who knows if he cleaned his knife before making the cake anyway. Duunk0 here waiting for the fall, which Meg and does hit it again. Beautiful
3
execution.
runs in a row.
That's great. Deadly Flourish picked up there, of course.
Very nice. Works well with triple bomb, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Ooh, fountain run for Kenorah. They do have Zeus on the attack, so at least I got the basic things going on with Eris Rail here, because there is a chance that just doesn't happen, as always. Ooh, extra Zeus here. Taking the Storm Lightning into Demeter. If Kenorah can get the legendary Zeus boon online, that could be a bit of a difference, honestly.
Yeah, that's actually 3 very fast rooms in a row. That's the kind of catch-up you want if you're Kenorah in this position right now. Picks up the purple-red crop.
Triple rare crop! And Kenorah already has jolted, by the way, apparently, which I wasn't even aware of.
Okay.
Triple rare crop! Oh, I can't believe it. This is it, folks. Come on. Oh, no. Dunk's already at Lerny, though. I don't know. This could be tough. This is rough. Oh, rocket bomb, though. Come on. Come on, baby. You can see Kenorah's face.
Yeah.
Giving us the pog champ there.
This is the combination of events that inspires hope. This is the stuff you need for the catch-up. In the meantime, Duunk0 is still pushing forward, though. He's not going to slow down for Kenorah, fighting against Lerny. We see the triple bombs coming into play here for Dunk. Doing
triple
big
bomb's
damage.
not bad. I mean, it's no cluster rockets, right? But it might be like second best. Look at that huge burst in Lerny, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
If you can't line up cluster rockets, you might as well line up some triple bombs at least, right?
Yeah, look, it's a shame that triple bomb and cluster rockets are exclusive. Can you imagine?
Man, can you
shooting
imagine
15?
Triple cluster bomb? Please. Look at these gold splits for Dunk, by the way. Disgusting, Dunk.
I am disgusted. All right, Kenorah, play it safe. You know what? Obviously running high confidence there, so expand that health bar. The more health you have, then the more chance you're going to be in that top 25% range for that damage bonus.
We need some folks to go tell Dunk to do some flexing or something. Get some fish flexes in there. You know, make a little space for Kenorah. I mean, that seemed like a really fast hard race for Kenorah, I think. I mean, we're cruising a little bit. I kind of feel like there might have been some made-up time here, but I guess if we're going to be honest with ourselves with the whole biome between them, I'm not so certain it's in the cards anymore for Kenorah. But we'll see. We never know.
Yeah, we will see. Advised by Nola that Epais that Dunker uses a mouse aiming method to get 4 witch consistency. Okay. Very briefly playing with my setup. We'll have to ask Dunk all about that soon, actually. In the meantime,
Jersey's
Kenorah...
got a competitor, it sounds, now.
Oh, was I ever competitive? That's what I ask. I invested my time in the cup and things.
I remember die percent as a category, and yeah, you were competitive. Or pet the dog percent, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, these were. That's because they're quick and easy runs. I was like, okay, I can squeeze that out in my life. One of these days, I'll get around to doing a loyalty card percent because that's a nice quick run to practice. And if you're interested in getting into speedrunning, probably a good introductory category too. It's one of the extension categories. So you'll find that on the extension boards there. You can click through to find that. Okay. So yeah, a little bit of a difference here, but you know, like Kenorah's like coming through strong here. Pick up another, oh no, I was going to say you're picking up another heart, but opts for the coinage instead, which really equates to more boons. Yeah.
Hunter's Mark picked up for Dunk. That's pretty strong. Into another Artemis boon. Dunk's looking pretty juicy, I gotta say right now. It didn't get the super ideal hammers, but close enough, I'd say. Triple rockets, that'll do, baby.
Oh yes, 4% pressure points.
There we go. Big PP picked up for Dunk.
Yep. So what have you've been running the new game lately on your stream, Haelian? Curse of the tell us about it.
Yeah. Today we were playing Curse of the Dead Gods. Just came out in version 1.0. It's a nice game. I've been following it while it's been in early access for almost like 2 years, I think. It's a really nice game. You know, it's not doesn't have that crazy replayability like a game like Hades does, but it's cool. It's interesting. It's definitely quite a bit different, even though it still falls into the roguelike category, I think. But yeah, if you're interested, check out some footage. It's a nice, cute little game. Lots of dodge, roll, don't get hit, please kind of game, I guess. Oh, wait, can we get the 4-Witch Meg by Kenorah? Oh, we did! Beautiful, with a nice rocket bomb to finish it off. And Kenorah's got the Flash Dash to pair with Battle Rage, and Kenorah already has Artemis' special, too, to pair with it. Beautifully done. We saw the mouse tech, too. I saw the little mouse pointer on Kenorah's screen there.
Yeah, you got to pull off the big moves here when you're on the big race. So respecting that, just doubling down. All right, a DD taken there for Dunko. Uncharacteristically, but I don't think it matters at this point. I don't see Dunko dying in the run or at the end of the run anytime soon. So, what does
I don't think Dunk even took high confidence here. I think Dunk took the extra 50 health. Building Strength picked up, though, another Zeus boon after that even. Although I don't know if there's really anything else, unless Dunk really wants to go for the Legendary at this point. Raven still picked up for Kenorah. No big bolts. Electric Shot picked up instead. We could have had high voltage Jerds. Big, thick bolts for Dunk.
I do love seeing those big, thick bolts. So we got both players here coming up against their appropriate biome bosses. We're seeing some pretty big damage here, I'm not going to lie, against Theseus and the Minotaur here. And look at all these effects just going off like a frog in a sock. In the meantime, Kenorah ain't no slouch. Throwing out rockets left, right, and center here as well. Look, both are just pushing as hard as they can. That's what I expect here. No one's holding back. So I think Dunko is going to maintain this lead, looking in a great position to close out this 3 weapons run. But it's definitely been a really, really good fight so far. And Looney goes down.
Really spicy. Yeah, I think at this point it's just too far gone, unfortunately, for Kenorah. Definitely able to keep up here on Eris, but it was the Hera run that really did it in, I think, for Kenorah, unfortunately. Yeah. So it's extremely unlikely at this point for anyone for Kenorah to be able to catch up to Dunk. But who knows? We'll keep watching it. And we do still have another race even after this. Seagull versus RonnieDaBearOW. Lord only knows what that OW stands for.
It stands for
I don't even want to think about it. Ow!
Ow! Ronnie used to play a lot of Overwatch back in the day, but let's not talk about that. We Hades gamers now.
Yep.
Do you remember when you first started playing Hades and you saw these guillotines dropping down these giant axes and getting
my
chopped.
gosh.
That was actually the scariest crap back in the day. Like, what's happening?
Funny story, Jerdsies. I remember when this update came out. I actually had you on my stream for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, why would you?
Well, I don't remember what we were doing, but you were talking to me in Discord while I was streaming, and I'm playing Hades.
Yeah.
And I was talking about, man, these traps are scary. And you're like, yeah, make sure you don't stand under the big red lines there. And I was like, oh, that's what those mean.
Yep. That's...
You had to point it out for me.
Well, I can see how you'd confuse that. Well, not confuse it, but just like see, it just blends in as normal art, right?
Yeah, you know, Zeus Legendary picked up for Kenorah there.
Uh-huh.
Flexing backwards, another Zeus boon coming in, baby.
Let's go.
There we go. Can we get a billowing strength here? We also got a bunch of heroic boons for Kenorah also, by the way. This is looking juicy.
Oh, yeah, look, this is fast damage. This is exactly what you want.
My god.
That's
no
one of the
cluster rockets,
fastest.
but we got targeting system, and with Zeus's splitting bolt at this point, maybe I'll take it. You know, like, I don't even think it matters that much. Oh, billowing strength coming in.
Let's go.
It's gonna be a fast run.
Oh, as we say that, who arrives? Only fans to ruin your day.
Yep. At the very least, it'll be a very, very nice run by Kenorah. I think we can all say beautifully done as Dunk approaches the final fight here with Hades.
Yeah, unfortunate for Kenorah that they've received 2 Thans, I believe, in this 3 weapons run, whereas duunk0 was either 0 or 1, so... Because none in this run. But let's see how fast that duunk0 does clear off this Hades fight and this 3 weapons run here. Look at this time. Coming into the 3 weps fight, we're at 51 minutes now. That's pretty good, considering we're locked into 3 sack for every run.
Yeah, I mean, he's at 15-something for this run. That is actually amazing. You can actually see by his splits on the right. Like, look at all these gold splits here. All yellow, baby. And
Yeah.
he's probably going to have another yellow Hades fight, if I were to guess.
Yeah. And this is not even using his token aspects of Achilles Spear. Just eating the hits, because who cares? If you deliver damage faster, you're still going to win.
Yep. Dunk has done it so many times. Like I said, he's just autopilot. He's just nothing else to really even think about. It's kind of like, yep, fight the boss, kill the thing, do the work.
Look at that dodging there. Good mechanical display there by duunk0, finishing it off with time of 51 minutes, 49 seconds. Congrats, Dunk there, winning the 3 weapons run and going through to the semi-finals. And this is where we watch Kenorah also kicking ass and chewing gum. All out of bubble gum.
Pulling out that Duke Nukem tactics right here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just love the boon set that Kenorah has right now. Splitting Bolt, more Zeus! Keep it going! You can see Kenorah giggling over there. Fountain Room, making up for it a little bit at least. I mean, it's just fun, right? You got Heroic Attack, Heroic Jolted, Heroic Storm Lightning, Splitting Bolt. Oh, man, it's a beautiful sight, I gotta say. Oh, PP now online also, by the way.
Yep,
gonna get those electric criticals. Come on, baby.
Let's go. Zeus so strong now that lightning bolts can crit. All right, hitting both targets again. No one's missed a Meg here. Hang on a second. Folks are bubbling already. Look at the numbers. If you're not sure if damage is being done, Greater Hades call being called in just to finish off Theseus. That's a nice fast heroes fight there. Well done, Kenorah.
Oh my lord. That's pretty good, baby. Can't complain about that. I'll be excited to see whose Eris run was faster, because I gotta say, looking at Kenorah's time here, that's a pretty juicy time for Eris. It'll be just kind of cool to compare just the singular runs, I think. It'll be interesting, I think.
So weapon 3, can we see here with the numbers? Can you read that, Haelian?
Oh, let me get my glasses on here, my bifocals, if you will.
Let's be that's my monocle.
Yeah, sure did. 1557 for Eris Rail for Dunk. And I gotta say, considering you had to watch the end of the previous run during the middle of that split, that's a very good Eris Rail time, I gotta say. That's around probably 15 minutes, low 15s, if you subtract that time out, basically. So that's a pretty juicy Eris time. Basically the kind of time that during the qualifiers, you'd take it and you'd move on, I'd say.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I can't really make out the hera times or anything like that, but that's okay. We can take a look at those after the race. And a second reminder, we do have another race coming up right after this, folks, so make sure you do not go anywhere. RonnieDaBearOW versus Seagull. You think, is that like a bird, Jerds? Is that like an albatross, maybe?
That's a question for C_Gull. We'll have to ask them after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think that. All right, so there will be a brief, I don't know, say 10-minute intermission after this race to sort of set up the next race. So don't go away if you're keen on more Hades racing, chilling out, having good times, seeing the best of the best fighting it out in this knockout bracket.
We're vibing over here, I gotta say.
Oh, I'm chilling. You still drinking that tea?
Yeah. Oh, I got that tea. The orange tea is beautiful.
Nice.
Let me tell you.
You guys can't see it.
Flowing.
Hang on a second. I see it's in a
No!
Oh, the vermin. To ruin your day, as if it wasn't, it's rubbing salt into the wound, this vermin. It's probably a bit of a salty rat. Don't get any of that rat on your tongue, that's for sure. Look at the chunks, though. Tiny vermin. Get out of here, says Kenorah.
Wow.
Nice work. Good damage there for Kenorah. What's the reward?
What else can you get from Zeus at this point? Zeus's disciple coming online for Kenorah, I think, at this rate.
Pretty much. Having some fun.
Anvil!
Hang on, rolled out of rocket bomb.
no.
Rolled into what?
The cringe, you could see. I don't even know.
Having fun with it, though. I
What do we
respect
get?
that. That's great.
I'll take an anvil. All right, so rocket bomb's gone. I think we might have gotten, or we got Delta Chamber. I don't know what the other one was. I'm being told by chat it was piercing fire. Oh no. Oh no, Kenorah.
Loving it. Piercing fire. Rock on.
Oh, but imagine, Jerds. Well, hold on. What would you even lose there? I guess you'd want to lose targeting system and then get like cluster rockets.
Yeah, that is it.
Cluster bomb and into I don't know, Delta or Flurry or something else. Who cares about the other one, really?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what you'd be looking for. But I mean, still a good time.
I mean, with Splitting Bolt, Delta Chamber, right?
Yeah, I mean, even with that mucking around and stuff, we're just hitting the 16-minute mark now. This is a time to be happy with. Delta Chamber. You do love your Delta Chamber, don't you, Hales?
It's a love-hate relationship. We've gone back and forth, together, I gotta say.
Right.
Some people love it. Some people, think it's a pile of trash. That's all normal, though.
I mean, Delta Chamber hasn't been changing. It's just your opinion of it. Or is it more?
True.
Is it more the circumstance that it comes to you?
It's more the circumstance. I'm gonna say, like everything is going groovy, and then Delta Chamber comes to ruin your day.
Yeah. All right, we're seeing some nice damage here.
Woo!
That Y bar still catching up. Yep.
Come on, Hades, let's go.
All right, watch this health bar go down, folks.
Call?
Yeah, that call could have accrued another one in this time of not using the call, but kind of doesn't matter.
Dad v Dad, come on, baby.
Father, what do you want? All right, it's done. A respectable time of 57 minutes 20 seconds. Well done there, Kenorah. Put on a good show and respecting the anvil reroll there at the end. Let's get these races in for a little bit of post-game talk. Congratulations to duunk0, who will go through in the 3 weapons, who wins that 3 weapons run there, who will be going through to the semi-finals. Kenorah, you did a really good race there. Had a tough hero run in the mill, I would probably say. Some sways of RNG, but loving the fun that you're having there right at the end there with the anvil. Why don't you talk us through
Look at those red boons, baby. Come on. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, talk us through. How do you feel it went?
Yeah, I mean, the first fan kind of sucked. The fact that I was like even ahead a little bit at the beginning was kind of humbling in its own right. I watch Dunk a lot, and like he's definitely a runner that I aspire and like look up to a lot. So even having this opportunity to race him in the first place is a huge thing for me. And yeah, the fan on the second run also kind of I mean, I was already.
What
well
about the
behind.
fan on the third run, Kenorah?
Oh, that's sorry. That's what I meant. The fan on the first and third run. Yeah, is what it is. Missed 100% fan rate. Not getting any fans. Feeling
Only,
a little bit,
only fans, if you will.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
Quite honestly, my mini boss and fan luck was stupid.
You got witches all 3 times.
Yep.
I got all 3 witches. I got all 3 butterfly balls,
Oh.
and I didn't get a single fan.
Yep.
So,
But how many
you
times did
know.
you pick up rare crop? Is the real question.
0 as well. So I know I lost the moral victory.
There you go.
Yeah,
No
you
rare
picked up-
crops, no anvils for a dunk.
Kenorah picking up at least 2 rare crops. Was it 2 or 3? Well
Yeah,
I think
done.
it was 2.
Yeah, that was
One
good.
One was on Snowburst, one was on Jolted.
Yeah, yeah. So, like a really good performance, I would say. Yeah, look, Kenorah, respect the sportsmanship. Hope you had a good time with it.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I mean, why don't you let us know, what are you going to be working on in the future? Are you going to be streaming more? What categories are you going to be focused on? All that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so, I mean, this has definitely helped me with my practice outside of just my regular 3 weapons lineup, so I'll probably start looking to transition into all weapons sometime soon. Achilles Spear is definitely something that I need to practice more anyway, so I mean, it'll work out. But yeah, I'm looking to get a schedule sorted. Haven't quite got one yet, but kind of just looking to improve my terms and get consistent.
That sounds good. So where can folks find you? On Twitch?
At Kenorah, Kenorah.
I linked it, don't worry.
Yeah, nice one. All right, well, thanks for representing Aussie. It's great to see.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good. And yeah, look, we'll definitely be seeing you around. So make sure you follow Kenorah, everybody. And duunk0, congratulations on the win there. Your first hurdle has been passed in the Hermes Cup 4. Yeah, a bit of a scorcher run. Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, so I was actually hoping I would have a run kind of like this during today because as someone who didn't get to do, as in didn't have to, but also didn't get to do qualifiers in a way, I kind of wanted to put a time on the board to have something that, like, I don't know, shows that I actually know what I'm doing. And a 5149 with two aspects that I definitely wouldn't have played in qualifiers makes me I'm very satisfied with that run. I'm very happy with it.
Amazing run, Dunk. Really amazing. One quick call out though. I can't help but notice. Jerds, Poppy Hogwash's time. I believe
no.
that
Is
might
it
have been
1
a
second faster?
51:48, if I remember.
Yeah.
51:48. And what's your time there, Dunk? Let me just read this out loud real quick. 51:49. Oh, that's right.
Can we
1
just
second
put it
behind.
on?
What
Can we
aspect?
One second
Hang
behind
on.
Hogwash.
Excuse me. What
Wow.
aspect did Poppy Hogwash use, real quick? Can you just refresh my memory? Can you refresh
Anyway,
my
let's
memory
move
on
on.
that?
Let's move on with the
Because
the
I
interviews
believe
here, please.
that Poppy Hogwash used faster aspects than what I used, but I could also be wrong.
Yeah, Poppy's his own person, with his own affects
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's
so
okay, it's
no
okay,
need,
it's
no
fine.
need to drag him into this, I gotta say.
Nah, well, you're the one who did it in the first place, but I went, water under the bridge.
It's fine.
I'm loving it.
So, I'm very happy with my time. I did get pretty lucky with some of the stuff. Like no fans, my mini bosses were all great. I managed to hit the 4-witch every single time, which was very nice. And I did kind of get wrecked a little bit in some areas in the weapons, like on my Tartarus on Poseidon Sword. God, picking up nothing but Aphrodite Flourish until the end of Tartarus. Woo!
It was all
Nice.
Aphrodite all day.
It was all Aphrodite. That run was just Aphrodite central, and it eventually assembled itself into something by the end of Asphodel, middle of Elysium. But it took a while for it to actually kind of come together. So I'm very happy with the run overall, and yeah, I'm gonna be doing more Hermes Cup practice because I know that it's gonna be tough to win the future rounds, and I'm gonna be playing, I'm sure, these aspects more because we had a little bit of a joke thing that we did at the beginning of the stream, but like I'm never going to get to play Achilles ever in this tournament.
Wait, you're saying I should have banned
so-
Achilles? Was that? Did I make a mistake? Or
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Well, I mean, I was able to compensate for your mistake, so we're good. But yeah, no, I'm never gonna get to play Achilles in this tournament, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of practice on these off aspects, and also I'm starting to play a couple of other games occasionally on stream. I did
What?
that yesterday, and I'll be doing that a little bit more often now. So,
What sort of games?
well, I played Hollow Knight yesterday.
Hell yeah, it's a beautiful game.
Because I've been wanting to revisit Hollow Knight. So that's probably the game I'm going to be playing on stream besides Hades until I beat Hollow Knight again. So we'll see.
Lovely. That's really good. Alrighty, so hoping this screen pops up all right here. As we can see, we've just got the start of our top times list popping through here for the Hermes Cup. Just pop it through there now. And we see there, yeah, 51.49, which is a scorcher. I think that's probably going to stay up the top there for quite a while there, duunk0. Congratulations. That's only going to fill out and get more and more as we go through the bracket. We've got essentially 4 fortnights worth of races coming through here. So as you can see here, we're about to go into RonnieDaBear versus Seagull. Next fortnight will be Bablo versus Shitake and Ananke versus JDN. And then semi-finals will be a stream, and then finals will be a stream. So plenty of races happening here with the Hermes Cup 4. But as for now, we're going to bid you an intermission, which means we'll be back in about, let's make it 10 minutes. Let's make it quick. Let's not keep people waiting. Is that enough time, Haelian?
First, put your avocado on the toast, your Vegemite, put it back in the can.
Smash that avocado. Mm-hmm.
Give us a tenner, and we'll get more beautiful Hades racing with more beautiful racers coming up soon. Oh, bye.
Oh, you've closed it off nicely. So let's leave it there. We'll see you in 10. And we're back. We're back in early for the Hermes Cup. It's nice. If you're still out there on the loo, getting a tea, whatever it is you might do, quick rush back to the TV and have a look at what's going on because we're starting it up again, babies.
Haelian, ahead of the timer for once. Unheard of.
No, it's wild, isn't it? Let's turn that music down a little so you can actually hear us properly. And yeah, Haelian, what's happening now? It's another race.
It's another race, baby. We got Seagull versus RonnieDaBearOW here, prolific speedrunners in the community, big owners of top speedruns here. So I'm excited for this next race, Jerds. Seeds number, I think 4 and 5. Is that what it is? Or yeah, I'm gonna say 4 and 5. So
yeah, exactly right. Yeah, let's bring it up. So these are
evenly matched when you think of it from that perspective, at least, right?
And if you do look at it purely from that perspective, then you'd have to say, wow, this is going to be a tight race, and it should be exciting to see, you know. But you know what? Like, I feel like anyone here in this top 8 is going to be bringing a pretty fierce game. So I can't even predict this one. You know, so let's not put any money on the line. Let's just let these races speak for themselves. We've got Ronnie and Seagull coming in hot. Ronnie, how are you today?
Oh, I'm just a swell. I love that these are on Fridays, so the weekend's here. So
yeah,
if things go great, it's a good weekend. If they go not great, then I have the whole weekend to get over it. So I'm here for it.
Nice. Loving it. Seagull, your first appearance here on the Hermes Cup. Welcome. How are you?
Great. Happy to be here. I hold the opposite opinion of Ronnie. I'm exhausted from a stressful week of work. I almost wish it was on a Monday, although I really don't now that I've said that out loud.
Nice. Alrighty, well, I'm interested to know what you think of the aspect pool, Ronnie, and how much practice you've done leading into this cup.
Oh boy, I don't know if you want me to answer that question.
So we'll be honest.
The fact that I even qualified was a miracle. Let's just put that out there. I didn't play for 2 weeks, and then I popped in, and voila, got one of the craziest 3 opens time I've ever had. So the fact that I'm here, pretty pog. And then I was like, oh crap, that means I actually have to really practice these days. So the past 5 days I have been practicing, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it ain't been going that great. Not just RNG wise, like yeah, getting back into RTA is rough. So yeah, run's not going that great, but we're gonna have a good time, regardless. Hoping to get maybe a sub 55 here. But yeah, definitely been practicing every day.
Okay, cool. Well, you know, are you saying that Seagull's got a hot chance here to defeat you in this round of 8?
I think it's going to be close no matter what.
Okay.
The rest of the bracket is terrifying. And as we both just discussed, duunk0's watching, just sharpening his axe to see which of us he's going to have to face next. So
that's right.
There's a little bit of loom and gloom, over us even after you win. Same with the bracket that you guys will be seeing in 2 weeks, or sorry, in the next fortnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it'll be close.
Okay. All right. Well, having said that, Seagull, how's your practice been?
I was definitely able to front load the practice a little bit. I practiced a lot for the qualifying round last week, and then I didn't have as much practice this week, so I'm hoping a little bit of that juice kind of carries over. So I mainly spent this week practicing kind of the newer aspects that I wasn't running for that race. But I also have a secret weapon, which is that I just got a haircut yesterday.
Ooh,
got rid of all that
nice.
pandemic hair. Very aerodynamic, gonna go very fast.
Oh my gosh.
You say that, but there's no camera evidence to show that's
Watch
the case.
I didn't know that birds got feather cuts.
Speed hair.
Haelian wants to know if seagull is literally a seagull reference to the bird.
Sure.
The origin of your name. Ooh, okay. All right.
Birds, please change name to Sea Albatross, please.
Sure.
Any seafaring bird, really.
Excellent. Alrighty. Well, you know what? It's time for a draft. 6 in the pool.
Here we go, baby. Chaos Shield, come on.
Yeah, maybe. You just want to see chaos in general. It doesn't even have to be.
All in.
You just want chaos. Ronnie, you brought in, what weapon and aspect did you bring in and why?
Oh boy, good question. There was only 3 options I had left, which I think was fists, bow, and sword. I don't really play sword.
That's right.
I like all the bow aspects, but a couple of them had been in HC3. and then fists I'm stinky with. So I went with Hera just because I kind of like the weapon. I'm not incredible at it, but it's a comfort pick for me. So and I'd like to see it in the cup too, whether I make it or not.
Yeah, for sure. And Seagull, you had to choose between any of the sword and fist aspects, and you landed on poison sword. Is that because that's your strength? Why did you go for that one?
It's more, on one hand, similar to Ronnie, is that the fists aren't my strength, I guess. I haven't really touched them in probably at least a month or so. So I definitely didn't want to mess around with them too much. But the other thing about it is all the fist aspects, the first 3 of them are very similar. So drafting between them isn't very exciting, and nobody wants to play Gilgamesh. So I just decided to make a choice that felt like it mattered, basically. Also, not great at sword, so I picked the one that relies the least on the actual sword play.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, with that then, what would be your first ban here, Seagull? You get to ban first.
I'm going to ban the Demeter Fists.
Get out of here. No fists, no practice, no fists.
No fists at A.
Clever.
We didn't see Demeter in the last race either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good move. Cool. All right, and then Ronnie, you also get a ban before we go into to order.
I do. Twitch chat, get ready to queue up all your boos. We're gonna ban Chaos Shield.
Oh, boo!
Boo!
No fun, anyone, today because of Ronnie. Just making that clear.
Chad is irate. Chad is rioting right now, Ronnie.
Yeah,
I can't
can you
believe
see it?
Good. No, I can't. Only imagine.
There's lots of booze. Right. Well, okay, with that then, because of the order now of the choices, Ronnie, you choose, and then Seagull choose the next 2. So, Ronnie, what's first in this 3 weapons run?
Boy. Okay, so I've been thinking about this a lot, right? The fact that it's the first run seeded. Could be a good hammer, could be a good boon. The fact that duunk0 is in our bracket, I think we're just going to have fun with some Achilles Spear.
Ooh, okay. Showing duunk0 how to duunk0 pretty much. And with that, what's going to be run number 2 and then 3 there, Seagull?
So number 2 weapon is going to be the Poison Sword.
Lovely. Chosen for a
And
reason.
the number 3 weapon is going to be the Eris Rail.
All right,
Eris
excellent.
back on the menu again.
All right, finishing again with Eris Rail here today in these races. That's fine. I'm fine with it. Okay, looking good. So with that, we've got a race order, everybody. Meaning that Achilles is going to be first on the menu. So Ronnie, Seagull, time to equip up mirror, keepsakes, and aspects. And yeah, if there's anything else you need before we start the race, let us know, because now's the time.
If you could put the seed in the chat just for visual reference, and then the chat countdown, and we should be good to go.
I'll put it there right now since there's no harm in it.
Thank you.
All right, my friends, the seed number is 621571. Again, that is 621571. Quick reminder to our viewers here that this seed really just controls the first room of the first race. It doesn't really play a huge role in the greater terms of the race here, I think. And this is 3 weapons in a row. It's, we're looking at a 50 to 1 hour run here. So strap yourselves in, everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, with that, let's just get final confirmation. Ronnie, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Hell yeah. Seagull, are you ready?
Waiting for the countdown in the chat.
Nice, loving it. All right, folks. You know what? Haelian, could you type the countdown in HC4 chat?
Wow. Okay.
Wow. And I'll do the countdown this time. It's been a while since I've done the countdown.
Yeah, I'm excited. Colt, can you give us a gorgeous voice? Like a gorge voice here?
A gorge voice? How about just my voice, baby?
Oh, I guess that is pretty gorge. All right, go ahead.
All right, and we're about to race. Folks, we're starting with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And as we see, both the races here have hit begin escape, and they're off.
And they're off indeed, Jerdsies. Let's look at this delicious hammer. And of course, I did not disappoint our glorious pros here. Flurry Jab, instant pick, not even an issue, I gotta say. I don't know if we've seen it that much in Hermes Cup lately, but Flurry Jab is just pure insanity with Achilles, really. It's just in lots and lots of damage very quickly. And I'm already seeing an interesting strategy here by both runners, Jerds. They're both have Poseidon's Keepsake on. So Splash Dash starts all around, maybe?
Yeah, we're looking to splash to win here, I guess. I mean, this is aspect of Achilles. So the Tidal Dash selected and Tidal Dash selected. However, we have a divergence here. Ronnie choosing to take the Chaos Gate. Seagull missing that one. Interesting. Is that intentional? What do you think?
I don't know. That's an interesting choice. When you're this early in Tartarus, Chaos Gates aren't as meaningful, but you can see it's already given Ronnie a very, very slight lead here as he enters chamber number 5 just a little bit sooner. Oh, but Seagull's planning has paid off here with a fountain room somehow. Oh, Sisyphus offered at the same time as the shop. Not great, but not the end of the world. At least they're there all together. Nice hyper sprint picked up there in the mid shop. Meanwhile, Ronnie makes his way through. Nothing really meaningful you can get from Chaos with this build. Well, I guess that's not true. Like, attack damage is nice, dash strike damage is okay, but it's not as impactful as some other builds, I gotta say.
Okay, interesting. All right, well, we got the first mini-boss fight here for Ronnie. How fast can clear? Yep, looking pretty good.
Ares, definitely not a god you want to see here much. Almost baited by the blade dash swap it looked. Into Boldy, though. That's going to be nice for Ronnie.
Yeah.
Seagull on the right side, meanwhile, already picked up Dionysus's aid. Again, another god you don't really want to see. You want Artemis, you want Zeus, you want more Poseidon. Those are the gods that you really want to see the most here, I think. So getting Dionysus or Ares here at all, it's just not ideal.
Yeah, interesting. Shame on Ronnie not using a precious reroll to get urged to kill, instead picking up the Curse of Vengeance there.
Oh, gasp.
Would have been all right for an Achilles build, right?
It would have done it.
Would have been all right.
Yeah, all right.
Would have been all right. These little skulls just do take too much time to have to clear it. This is one of the worst rooms I think you can get in Tartarus.
What do you think you do here after this? So it doesn't look like Zeus is popping in for either runner. I haven't seen a Artemis yet either. I mean, who do you want on the attack here more, you think, when you're entering Asphodel? Whose keepsake do you take? Artemis, Zeus? They're both been proven to be very, very strong, so...
I guess Artie. I don't know. I mean, I tend to default to Artie. I mean, we should really be asking duunk0. However, he's just hanging out in chat. Let's see in chat. What do you guys think? What should be on attack here with an Achilles spear? Let us know your thoughts in the chat. In the meantime, Ronnie's first to hit the boss. Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. Tisiphone's on the chopping block here. Nothing really meaningful picked up from Hermes there earlier in the shop for Ronnie. I think he wound up just taking +1 dash. But Tisiphone, like, this is sort of what you expect when you only have a dash boon really doing much for you right now. But both runners are very, very even, even though Ronnie's like a little bit ahead. The builds are very, very similar, and the call for Seagull might actually do quite a bit of work here, I think, since you should build out that call fairly quickly with Flurry Jab.
Yeah, absolutely. So, sorry I haven't switched the screen there. Tisiphone also going down at a reasonable pace here for Seagull. Yeah, early days here in this 3 weapons race, basically. Both races fairly close. Ooh, 24 hacks max calling Haelian out here, saying that you're not hosting me.
I was like, what? What can that be?
That's fine.
Because I think it's I mean, it should be correct. I was actually going to just check my settings because I was like, there's no way.
Thanks, 24. I respect it. Knowledge is power and truth is power. Wait, hang on a second. Is there someone in the chat here? Do we have a guest?
Potentially.
Oh, hello.
Oh, let duunk0 back in.
Jerds sent me a cheeky message in chat saying that I can show up for the Achilles Spear race if I'd like to.
Yeah,
so,
if you want.
Yeah, here I am. Both of them, I believe, making the correct choice. When you were asking about attacks earlier, ever since we've sort of started doing Tidal Dash start instead of Zeus cast start, it's been harder to get the tools that would make a Zeus attack actually decent over the course of a run, and Artemis attack has proven to just be more consistent and reliable. You really only need 2 boons to make Artemis attack really good, the attack and Hunter's Mark, so very, very much the choice, and both of them know it at this point. So, yeah. Looking like I do see that one of the major things about Achilles is that you do want good chaos or Hermes boons. You want either hyper sprint plus rush delivery or plus dashes, and it looks like there was a roll in there at some point for one of them. I lost who it was, and I believe they had to pick up something like greater haste, which was not the best. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the build hasn't gone ideally, but so you think Artemis is the choice? Let's just say, you know, you haven't already filled in the attack boon slot. Is Artemis the choice on the attack if you already have Flurry Jab?
Yeah, it's the choice at this point. If you're doing the Tidal Dash start build, for
Gotcha.
sure. Also, they're both
Makes
getting
sense.
barged, which is
Yeah, well, double
very
barge.
cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. More Dionysus on the menu. Strong Drake picked up.
Looks like Seagull. Let me actually. Yeah, Seagull has, I believe, Ares and Dionysus in his pool, besides the Poseidon and Artemis. And then I don't know what I've missed what Ronnie has at the moment. Do you remember?
Let's see. Hold on. Wait, repeat question, please.
Actually, never mind. It's fine. The it's figuring out what they have in their pools besides the Poseidon and Artemis.
Ooh, the
Because we
free
have
run.
Ares for
Yeah, the fountain.
yeah, beautiful fountain there. This is very close. They're just like they're in the shop still simultaneously. They're entering Lerny seconds apart. This is incredible.
This is actually a bit of a turnaround because Seagull was actually a little bit behind, leaving Tartarus. So Seagull's pulling it a little bit into the lead. Both of them with very spicy builds. And by the way, Jerds, I just looked. You are number 1 priority on my host list. So
Interesting.
It's Twitch is mine.
No,
So-
well, thanks for that anyway. Well, never mind. I mean, the folks are here and they're watching now. Good to see 300 folks checking this very close race. Kind of like we predicted at the start here. Yeah, I mean, who's going to come out on top here with Aloni even? It doesn't matter. It's too early to say.
Absolutely. I mean, so what we've got, the build differences so far, we've got really just the big core boons filled in. The Tidal Dash plus Artemis attack. Tidal Dash plus Artemis attack is the most important thing to get on this build. And then your cast is kind of flexible. It doesn't really matter that much with this build. I think they should be both. Oh, are they not taking... They're not taking... Stygian Soul. It's very interesting. Probably that is a hedge, just in case Haelian gave them a garbage seed.
Me?
Because normally, if you are going for a this build, you're going to be taking Stygian Soul instead of Infernal Soul to get a higher chance of getting the Hermes boons you want. Infernal Soul, taking Stygian Soul removes 1 Hermes option out of the pool, which makes it just a little bit easier to get those things. But probably what they did is they said, okay, we'll go Tidal Dash start, and then we'll try to pick up a good cast if we're not given Flurry Jab immediately. But
Right.
given that they were both given Flurry Jab, it didn't end up being a problem.
The privilege. Can you believe it, Dunk? The privilege.
That's an
I
interesting.
know.
So
You're doing this just to torture me.
Dunk, so you run Stygian Soul on your record runs with Achilles?
I do, in fact.
So
Wow.
so you're basically making the statement there saying that the damage difference between having a single cast until you get additional casts versus triple by default is still a better trade-off, just to refine that Hermes boon pool.
Yes, that's exactly it. I think the Hermes boon is far and away more important. The difference between Achilles with Flurry Jab having plus dashes or hyper delivery is just massive compared to like Achilles with a good cast, right? Like the good cast is not going to make up for that damage.
Right.
So it's just it's much more I don't know, it gives you better high roll value, I suppose.
Right.
But looks like Ronnie opting to take a Zeus cast over a Zeus call, which is interesting. I have a feeling, like, I've been feeling more and more recently that Zeus call is just busted and should be taken at all times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think a common Zeus cast is going to give you that much value this late in the game. So I'm not sure if that was the pick, but it is what Ronnie
I
picked.
don't know if the call was actually offered at that point. I can't quite remember.
I believe I saw it.
Okay,
I could
okay.
be wrong, but I believe I saw it.
This race is still incredibly close. They're both in Chamber 31. They're on the exact same chamber right now, just different types, really. It's crazy, and their builds are very, 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 very similar. Not much difference between them, I'd say, so it could go either way for sure. Oh, no.
Oh no.
What's Ronnie got to pick?
Apparently,
Ooh,
breaking wave. Beautiful. That is going to speed up Styx so much. Also, both getting Asterius, so very even on the mini bosses. However, I see in the chat that Seagull may have made a pretty big error on this Hermes. On the most recent Hermes, Seagull apparently picked Quick Favor over +2 dashes.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding? That's wild.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Which is a little. That's one of those things that happens. That's an RTA moment, which is where you're trying to go so fast, you're trying to make these decisions so quickly that your brain just autopilots to seeing something on the field and just goes, just take it. And doesn't, especially when it's like high rarity or something, like if you see like an epic boon that's not the one you want, and then there's a rare boon that's better than it, lower down, your brain just goes, we'll just take it, whatever, who cares, and then moves on. So
Ronnie picking up a Fountain Chamber. He is now one chamber ahead of us. They're both picking up the rewards there. Ronnie's going to enter the Heroes fight a little bit sooner.
Triple jab picked up there for Seagull. A little bit of a quality of life move, per se. Should help clean up Styx nicely as well.
yeah, not quite as good as Ronnie's breaking wave, but is still going to be a valuable pickup. Well, kind of valuable.
Yeah. Yeah,
Triple jab is one of those like, I guess I got triple jab.
Yeah, I'm not as crash holder. Look at this double bubble here. That's pretty good timing for Ronnie. Easy to avoid these Aphrodite spears here. No problem. Yeah, this is good control too. I'm loving his positioning overall.
Yeah, I mean, there's Ronnie's not getting quite close enough to do some title dash hits occasionally, but beyond that,
True.
Absolutely stellar positioning, especially for the not getting hit part of positioning.
Yeah, that's true.
Able to dodge a lot of damage in that fight.
Ooh, still a really close race here. Ronnie putting on the dad keepsake for Styx finally. I was actually surprised to see coin purse picked up for Elysium. You don't see that very often in the cup. Oh wow, this is still a really close race at this point. Seagull not far behind at all, honestly.
Seagull picking
Are they
up a little
both
bit of
using the auto
time.
splitter?
I think they might.
I'm not sure if it's auto or not.
I'll check to make sure at some point, just to have that information. I'll be able to tell when they kill Dad. But regardless, it looks like if they're both using the same split timings, Seagull is only about 20 seconds behind at this point.
Yeah.
So very easily redeemable lead. That could swing back and forth at any point.
Yep.
At 100. So
Father almost getting around that Meg there, but Ronnie was able to nail it.
I'm interested to hear duunk0. So, like the way I like to theory craft, if you're going to set up a speedrun, is what order of events as well as the boons. Like, what is the order of the boons that you receive them as well as, because obviously there's a priority, right? You don't necessarily, you can't choose when you get your second Hermes as much as you can your first and stuff like that, right? So,
Right.
if you're going to choose in order what you get for an Achilles spear run and when, what is that order? What is that priority list in order?
Ooh, that's interesting. I tend to think of it. I think of it sort of like that, but slightly different. Ooh, the missed Meg there from Ronnie. Ouch.
Still one left though for Hades.
Still got another one though, at least.
Yeah. Since you don't know, again, as you said, you don't know when things are going to show up or what you're going to get a lot of times. I tend to just think of what are the most important things and in what order do I care about them, right?
Yeah.
The most important things, in my eyes, are, of course, the title dash to start. Then after that, it's Artemis attack. After that, it is Zeus Call, actually. I would say Zeus Call is the third most important non-Hermes boon for the build. I'm counting Hermes in a different category. And then after that, it's Hunter's Mark. So those are the 4 boons that I would say, like, Zeus Call you might not get, but like if you want to get three boons to really make your run go fast, it would be Title Dash, Artemis Attack, Hunter's Mark, and then afterward it's I would say the next one after that is Breaking Wave for sticks.
On your pants, don't go. Rod is in for RonnieDaBear. Rod is online, folks. That's right. And I think that's why they took Infernal Soul Dunk actually to make sure that
so they can get the rod
online. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes complete sense to me.
Opening up here with the Meg against Hades, you want to be doing as much damage as possible in this first phase to minimize the number of stealths. Looking good so far, no stealths and a pretty quick bubble. Things are looking good here for RonnieDaBear. More damage out there too. The white bar chases the red. Yeah, this is looking like good damage. In the meantime, we've got Seagull coming into the fight in a few seconds himself, so not far behind. This is still anybody's race at this point, I'd say.
Yeah, close. Look at those rods. Rodney's got those lock rods doing work. You can see the lightning bolts coming down. Oh no, that call used at the last second of phase 1. I wonder if that was a mistake.
That was almost certainly a mistake.
Yep. But that will build up fairly quick. We'll get another one in.
Getting real rod value here. Dropping the cast on top of Hades, watching as they explode his health bar, just as Seagull is starting in on Hades phase 1. Looking like they are about a Hades fight. They're about 2 phases apart at this point.
Yeah, Ronnie just getting caught outside of the tech where you can stand in the center of those beams if you're not on EM4. Taking a bit of damage and then a DD, costing probably an extra 2 to 3 seconds. But either way, Ronnie does drop the hammer and finishes first there in this first of 3 runs in the 3 weapons race.
17:30. Very nice.
Not bad.
All right. And with that, that's the Achilles segment. So I'm going to head off.
All right, well, you're welcome to stay or go, up to you. But yeah,
I'll have to do some things before my stream starts. So
I see how it is. You got to set up that stream for right after Hermes Cup. I gotcha.
It's I keep saying it's just what I'm scheduled. All right.
No, it's fine, man.
Yeah,
No,
great
thanks for
races,
popping on.
great runs from both Ronnie and Seagull. Even though Seagull's not totally done with this yet, but great runs from them. Yeah, fantastic gameplay. All right, I'm out.
Good to have you.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations there, Seagull. They're finishing his first run there too. Just as RonnieDaBear starts his there with an Athena start.
Interesting.
Rolls away from the dash, gets common cast here on
Fighting sword, right? This is really interesting. So we're seeing a phalanx shot run. Maybe we're looking for lightning phalanx here. This could be really cool and interesting, I gotta say. And Ronnie's got that minute lead, so even if it doesn't go perfectly right away, who knows? We got an Aphrodite picked up right away here too, so maybe we'll get some parting shot even.
Yeah, of course. You're going to be going for all these things. Look, I'm actually interested in rare crop at this point, just to increase the power of this common cast, because I find it to be a little bit underwhelming. But let's see how it all ramps up. All right, I do love the cast itself, but at common the damage, it could be better. So let's see what happens here. Poison sword with Seagull coming in.
Seagull coming in with Athena's aid too. I mean, Athena's keepsake too. So I guess it's Athena cast. Oh, nice juicy perpy boon for Seagull at the least there. That's pretty big damage difference when it comes to these casts, I gotta say. I think you're right, Jerds. It just feels better getting these juicy perpy boons, right?
Yeah, I'm very interested to know. Oh, hang on. There's the Demeter. Got to roll for the crop, right? Oh, it doesn't pop. Ravenous Will will have to do.
No crop, Snowburst as a kind of a mild runner-up there either.
Yeah, exactly. And Ravenous Will, I think, is actually a pretty good boon for a cast build. So yeah, a humble start, but still early days for both of these races.
All right, looks like we're seeing some nice headway being made by Seagull here. Ooh, there's Zeus early on. We might get that Phalanx shot build, but here comes Aphrodite first. So maybe we'll see Parting Shot soon. I don't know if God's Legacy got turned on for that extra duo chance or not yet.
Oh, Doomstone getting chunked.
Yeah, we also got... What was that? It was a delay. Parting Shot, there it is, baby.
Hello.
Zeus picked up for Seagull, too, on the right side, so Seagull's also set up to get Lightning Phalanx. Oh, and here's a second Zeus. Can we get it this early? Oh, just takes the billowing strength. I can go along with that. That Zeus call is going to do a lot of work too.
Seagull here also making quick work of the Doomstone. Maybe a half second less. Not as quick, but at this point, who cares? It's such a good chamber to be coming across in Tartarus.
Yeah.
So
I think that Splash Dash is going to do some work too, huh? I mean, at this point with Phalanx, I guess you're not going to be shooting for a lot of attack damage, I'm going to guess. So I think this is only going to work well for Seagull, I think.
yeah, it's very interesting. It's not. It's a rare, one of the rarer setups, and it's so interesting to me that both of these races have decided to do that. Is that by coincidence, or both had the same influence, or it just happens to be their unique styles, or what? But when you think of a Poison Sword build, I mean, what would you do, Haelian? What would Haelian do?
I'm kind of stuck in the past, maybe, but I mean, we saw it in the previous race with the Poison Sword. Electric Shot just seems, like I said earlier, just super consistent. This is definitely a sort of like a high risk, high reward. Oh, here comes Athena. A blinding flash taken by Ronnie over there, so he's going to get that extra backstab damage. So he's going all in on the Parting Shot backstabs. Ooh, Athena being taken by Seagull on the right too. Ronnie still holding onto that lead, but I think Seagull might have made a little bit of catch up here in Tartarus, if I can guess. Seagull already on the last chamber in Tartarus. Ronnie making really quick work of this Meg. Wow. Watch Electo go down.
See you later. Good to see.
Ooh, ended up just taking exposed for Seagull as well. No Lightning Phalanx yet. I wonder, like, are we even trying to get Lightning Phalanx anymore? I don't know. Am I just too behind? Jerds to kill picked up.
Hello.
For Seagull. Close to your heart here, Jerdsies.
Oh, I just think a 10% damage increase is a good thing. That's all I'm saying. Oh, nice chunky phases here against Meg.
This is good.
Mm-hmm. This is good. This is fine. Yep.
And Seagull's got this call too with some nice supplemental damage. Nice little fight there. Did we see some makeup? Let's try to take a look at the times. Finishing Tartarus at... Oh, wait, this is the auto splitter. That's right, so it's a little bit different. You know, like 345 for Seagull. And, oh gosh, it's so close. It's kind of hard to say. Ooh, bad hammers there. Well, no, actually, Breaching Slash is fine for Ronnie, I gotta say. And I believe Seagull had to take Piercing Wave in Tartarus already. Breaching Slash might actually do quite a bit of work, honestly. I don't know about Piercing Wave doing too much for them, though.
I'm loving the split titles here for Ronnie. Chad first, knowing that he gets to choose first because of the aspect pool draft order there. And of course, the second and third being Stinky because his opponent chose it. I just love the fact that Eris has been called the Stinky Web.
There we go. Hyper Sprint picked up for Ronnie, looking to set up that Hyper Delivery combo into Eurydice. It's going pretty well for Ronnie right now, taking the Refreshing Nectar, entering the Aphrodite chamber for the mini-boss, I believe, here. But it's the Barge of Slowness, unfortunately, for Ronnie. This could be a chance to catch up a bit.
In the meantime, Hermes here, pick up for Seagull.
What do we got?
What do you do? Got to re-roll, I guess. It's pretty much the same options. Only one extra dash, was hoping for more. A reasonable gamble.
Yeah, take it.
In the meantime, the Barge of Death here, it's a small space, easy to fill with these giant phalanx casts. Or Athena casts here.
And just like that, we are almost tied up, folks, because Seagull was able to go through the mid shop into the power couple fight. Almost over already. Oh, the head got to go up one more phase, but Seagull has basically made up all the lost time already. That barge really cost Ronnie, unfortunately. Not much you could do about it. All right, rolling that Artemis boon for Seagull, getting the attack. Exit wounds being offered twice there, but I guess we're just over some kind of Mirage Shot build now at this point. But wow, they are so close.
Interesting choice to not choose exit wounds over deadly strike attack, because I mean, when you're playing this, I mean, how often are you using attack? It's pretty much cast Nova, and with the occasional dash strikes in between, I guess. So I don't know.
It's gotta be Mirage Shot, right? I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mirage Shot just proven to like rise up in the ranks and just really be a huge power level boon there. So there's just I mean, that must be the play and why Seagull even cares about getting the attack there, because otherwise the attack is probably not going to do too much.
Rolling away from hyper sprint, picks up quick reload instead. So
Interesting.
we won't be seeing any rush delivery strats here from Seagull this run.
Yeah,
Into
I mean,
Eurydice is nice.
Seagull had that +1 dash, so there wasn't really a whole lot he was planning to see, but Eurydice taken, and it looks like Seagull almost in the lead. They are so close. They are neck and neck, entering the final shop, nearly seconds within each other. It is super close. Can we see a rush delivery for Ronnie on the left? Not yet. Ronnie's rolling. Where is it?
Ooh.
It's not there. It has to be greater haste. Ooh.
Well, that's going to be some juicy damage if rush delivery comes through a bit later on, though. Look at this, both entering the learning fight at the exact same time. I'm loving it. Let's see who's stronger here.
Yeah, this is a determining factor. The thing is, oh my god, you can see the damage from Seagull already. That could be the difference with Splash Dash there, and plus that epic cast and stuff. And it looks like Seagull might actually pull into the lead by the end of this learning fight, but also, this is not an easy fight to play, you know, with Poseidon's Sword. There's definitely some devastating mistakes you can make, like leaving the cast inside of the main head of learning or something like that while the phase happens, and then you're just stuck without your cast. You know, so you got to play this very smoothly. But it looks like Seagull's pulling up a little bit ahead. He's got that juicy build going right now. Have we seen Mirage Shot yet? I'm not so certain that we have for Seagull, but that would definitely mean a lot more damage.
No, you got that attack for the prereq. Ronnie, unfortunately, eating a DD here, and Seagull showing his power here. I mean, we're talking about the blue, was it a blue Lenny versus this pink one? But I don't think that makes as much of a difference. So a slight lead being taken here by Seagull.
Really big. Poseidon keeps getting
overtake.
picked up. Seagull must be looking for that Mirage Shot right about now, I'm going to say. Ronnie eating that TD, that costs time, right, Jerds? That's tough. He's already using Garen's Keepsake. Ooh, nice Chaos pickup for Ronnie there on the left side, though.
Good moves.
You know, Ronnie has all that backstab damage with Parting Shot and Exposed, but that doesn't do anything to Lerny, because apparently Lerny don't have no back. You can't backstab that Hydra for the life of you. It just doesn't work on that fight, which is interesting, because, I don't know. Lerny must have eyes in the back of her head there, I think, Jerds.
Yeah, who knows how that creature perceives anything. 65% cast damage picked up there for Ronnie. I didn't even see what the trade-off was, but I'm loving that.
All in, baby. All in.
These guys are all in, both on Chamber 28 here, and just thrashing as hard as possible. And we're midway through the run here. To be exactly at the same place, this is... I hate having to say this every time, but this is the closest race we've had at this point so far.
It's
you know,
true. I mean, this is only the second race of this cup, really, but still.
Even on in all of Hermes Cups, like, you know, in an hour-long run, to be, you know, pretty much at the 30-minute mark, and to be at the same point.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Snowburst picked up there over Red Crop.
No rare crop. And the thing is, if it hit the cast, it would have been only stonks for Ronnie there, too. But honestly, I respect the Snowburst play.
I mean, Ronnie... It's pretty much everything there is that common, right? That I can see on the bar anyway, so...
Yeah.
But, you know... I think he's done well either way. Lightning
Still on the same
Phalanx.
chamber. There it is!
Picked it up. That's great.
Here we go. Another Demeter getting picked up for Ronnie on the left side here. Can we get another crop in, folks? Come on, baby. Let's see this Lightning Flanks do some work, shall we, Jerdsies? Lightning Phalanx and Parting Shot, by the way.
Love to see it. Not bouncing right there, but we need more enemies on screen for it to bounce to the right spots.
Ooh, Mirage Shot picked up for Seagull, though, on the right side into the mid shop there. Seagull looking pretty juicy now, I gotta say. Lightning Flanks also picked up.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, into Patty. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, this is what you want if you're Seagull. This is bringing it back for the people here. With this kind of
filthy luck.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I really can't stand it at all. Oh my god, look at him go, Jerdsies. Let's highlight Seagull over here, folks. Let's check it out. So look at him go.
Yep. Just watching those bounces. You do have to time those bounces along with the spawns here. I guess a little bit of a different consideration, but yeah, looking good. I mean, there's just damage going everywhere.
Too juicy.
Ooh.
It's too juicy, Jerds.
That was nice. This is great just to watch because it doesn't even happen that often in a run that you can get both Mirage Shot, Lightning Foul. Yeah, this is great.
To see this in a live race even, never mind in just someone's random run, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That epic level 5 cast doing so much work for Seagull. Meanwhile, for Ronnie, unfortunately, Thanatos has made an appearance. He has reared his ugly head in chamber 33 on nearly the worst possible chamber that you could get, unfortunately. So it looks like Seagull might actually widen this small lead that he had. It was so neck and neck, but Thanatos is just going to make it poor, unfortunately, for Ronnie. So we're going to have to see. Ronnie's going to have to make up some time at Ares at this rate, I'm going to say, especially with this dynamite build that Seagull has going on.
And Ronnie, once the Super Sober champion with Lucifer, definitely very skilled with the rail, will have, I think, a pretty good opportunity with Eris. I'm not sure how good Seagull is with Eris, but I think pretty much any speedrunner that's pretty much, bread and butter, right? So it's going to be hard to catch up if both races are proficient with the rail. So
it's still very close, though. Definitely could just swing just based on pure, room luck at this point, I think, still. But, oh, gosh, this Thanatos is just so brutal for Ronnie now. But watch these heroes go down on the right side here. Seagull destroying. Look at those bounces. They're beautiful.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well done to Seagull to getting this build online as desired. Showing, good decision-making to get to this point. So just watch how fast this Styx is going to be as well.
I'm just watching Thanatos roam around the room. I was like, no, please.
Poor Ronnie. You got to feel.
Oh, Ronnie's still got a whole other chamber to go here, unfortunately. Oh, what a horrible Thanatos that was, unfortunately, for Ronnie. But wow, Seagull playing it so cool. Just has this dynamite build, really doing really well with it, too, I think, here. Taking this lead and running with it right now. He's not leaving anything to chance right now. I believe... So if you look at the top right of each run of the screen, you can see what kind of chambers each of them have seen on this current run. And Seagull actually had a Thanatos. I think it was it Tartarus? I'm going to say it was Tartarus, actually. I'm not positive, though, for Seagull. But yeah, it's painful to get it where Ronnie did, that's for sure.
Yeah, one of the worst spots, basically. So we
Skipping
see
that Zeus Moon going right for the cast.
Seagull making quick work there of that mini-boss. The large bowler.
Heroes might coming in for Ronnie on the left side now. Can we get some good bounces here?
Ooh, that's big damage! Look at that!
Woo.
Alright, I'm loving that.
Look at him go. Yes.
Did so much damage to Theseus, though, that Minotaur's bubble timing was slightly cascaded. Now, it's just Minotaur to take care of. Keeps jumping around, hard to land the casts here for Ronnie.
Yeah. Momentum kind of gets lost on after those casts go out, I gotta say. It's tough because you gotta get those casts back, and it's not that easy with Poseidon's sword necessarily always. Minotaur's jumping around, you gotta chase him down.
In the meantime, Seagull here, clearing out Styx. Look at all those casts popping out there. 2k damage just with casts. Gorgeous. Yeah, he'll be doing well because his next chamber is going to be the sack, so there'll be no vermin for Seagull. Meaning that he will most likely be finishing off the second of the third run in the lead with a pretty reasonable lead too, making it hard work for Ronnie.
Ronnie's gonna have to work extra hard to get back this time that has been stolen by Thanatos, I must say, and a few other poor factors, no doubt. But they both got these amazing builds, Jerds. It's just really cool to see something like this, because I don't know if we've seen this much, Athena cast in the Hermes Cup, especially lately.
Yeah, no, not at all. And what I'm loving is just how much of these Styx tunnels it covers. It's just so good for here, right? It just goes everywhere, hits all these little crappy rats. And it's just fun to play. Alright, well, it's Cerberus has been fed. And it's time for Seagull to take on Hades in the second run of 3 here. Let's see how fast.
What do you think Satyr limbs taste like, Jerds? What is Cerberus tasting when he bites into it?
Satyr limbs, they'd probably taste like, probably like goat, I would assume, right? Like goat's meat?
Yeah, I think it's like a goat meat. I was thinking maybe kind of like lamb or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine feasting on Mr. Tumnus from Narnia, really?
No, this is the big classic thing. As soon as you make an animal more sentient and lovable, then it's less of a... It's more of a challenge to eat it, right?
It's true.
Yeah. Alright, so we got Hades here. Like, I'm seeing the lightning bolts dropping down. Yeah, this is good.
Look at these bounces. They're beauteous.
Bit of a slower room there for Ronnie, clearing that mini boss.
It's juicy Zeus cast here. Ronnie sporting the dad call, which it should work really well, but I don't think Ronnie has Mirage Shot, which would make it even better. Yeah, no Mirage Shot for Ronnie because he doesn't have any Poseidon boons. He does have that crazy backstab bonus, though. But look at Hades go down, and Seagull is done with Poison Sword already, folks. That was a really nice run. That was a really cool time, I think, with Poseidon there. Nice to see. Starboard Roost, come on! Oh, no green boon for us, Chad. I'm sorry. Ronnie has defiled the run and defiled us all. Smoldering Air picked up, though.
Good. All right. Okay. Just while you're down there, spend 2 win. That's good.
Taking Smoldering Air over Billowing Strength, it's a gutsy maneuver here, especially with wait a minute. I thought he had Dad Call. Am I crazy? I guess I'm crazy. I guess he must have something else.
Well, I mean, let's see how many times he pops off the call thanks to Smoldering Air, you know what I mean?
No, he does have Zeus's Call. I guess I was a bit off in that one.
Yep. So this is 1. Fire it off. I'm waiting for the bubble here, I guess. So that's 1 use.
Ronnie's going to be a little bit behind by the end of this run. Meanwhile, we can see Seagull starting off the first run. I think Flurry Fire was the hammer that was offered in Chamber 1 for Seagull. Yeah. Definitely not ideal. That's like I don't know, a D tier hammer at best, basically for Eris Rail there. So that might help Ronnie at least, but it's definitely not going to help Seagull too much.
Yep. Again, Acorn being chosen here when Eraser is just so far in the lead in terms of health that they will not possibly die. I think we've seen about 4 aids so far. Zeus's aids, or Zeus's calls, probably a better way to say it. So, I mean, just trying to compare the power of that versus a Billowing Strength decision,
Right. It'd be so hard to measure, but big chunks on Hades there at the last second. Look at those backstabs coming off finally.
Hang on, what's happening here?
What's going on? We got the tech in. We got the tech in.
Teching in,
we got
folks.
This is Eris Rail tech, folks, by the way. Ronnie rebinds his controls a little bit to better suit reloading the rail, I think, versus when you're using a more cast-focused weapon, I think, is what happens. Meanwhile, we got Seagull at a really decent lead here. I believe Seagull has Flurry Fire. He's got Zeus's attack, and I think he already picked up Jolted even, too. So that's pretty juicy. Athena coming in, not really the god that's ideal, but hey, see a Perpy Boon, take a Perpy Boon when it's for the special there with Eris, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you ever see, do you ever play Tekken, Jerds? Are you a Tekken fan, or are you more of a Street Fighter guy?
I did both. Preferred Street Fighter, but played a bit of Tekken 3 and Tekken Tournament.
Oh.
Yeah, I liked Hwarang.
A funny story. When Soul Calibur came out, the very first game, I think it was for Dreamcast or something, was the first one. I entered a tournament for the launch day of the game.
Okay.
I came in dead last because I never played a fighting game before in my life.
Oh, for real? Yeah, you would have been easy meat for whoever you had to fight.
Oh yeah.
So what strategy did you play? Was it button
I
mash?
didn't have a strategy. No one had ever played the game before. It was launch day tournament there, but they must have played their own fighting games in the past, whereas I had not. Like I'd never really played Street Fighter or anything. I think I had played Smash 64 or something, but that was it.
Yeah, well, I mean, never button mash.
I got hustled, Jerds. In fact, that guy kind of looked a little bit like you, and he had the funny accent too.
Thanks. Is that how you describe my accent? It's funny. Am I funny to you, Haelian? Good on you though for hitting up the early game tournaments. I'm gonna show my age, and my first game tournament was Doom. It was like a college or a university tournament. Regional, if you will, for Northern New South Wales. And yeah, $50 was a lot of money back in 1995. Put it that way.
True. Ooh, +3 dashes over
that's
here.
Great. Seagull's gonna be happy.
Just take it, right?
Strong
Ooh,
drunk.
purple strong drunk.
Okay.
Can't complain about that. But yeah, Jerds, it's crazy to see how like Doom, the franchise, has just stayed so strong. It's crazy.
It's great.
Tough choice for Ronnie, by the way, there. Oh, but it paid off. Had to turn down Boldy to go take this Poseidon boon, but I think that was the right choice. And guess what? It was a fountain room anyway.
Yeah.
Can he get the natty dash? There it is for RonnieDaBear. That might make up a little bit of time. Choosing to skip Ares, doesn't want him in the pool. Meanwhile, Seagull taking a bit of damage in this fight. Not going down as fast as we want here without a dash boon like Poseidon. So this could be the chance that Ronnie needs to catch up a little bit, but he's got a lot to work with still.
Yeah, that's fine. I think Ronnie's definitely got a chance of comeback, given this sequence of events that's happening here. Common splash dash though for Ronnie, so there's just so much damage output from the dash itself here. It is kind of like Zeus's 8. I feel like probably slightly strong, so you kind of got to go for it when you can. That's why it's always selected here in Ares. There's a Chaos Chamber here for Ronnie. That's something.
Yeah, that should help. I don't know if Ronnie's gotten the mid shop yet. Ooh, tough choice.
Okay.
Wow, interesting there. Ronnie actually turning down 2 free chambers in Tartarus, opting for the boons instead. That was a tough one. You don't really want Demeter, but I guess Ronnie's thinking mini boss go fast, right? Which it does in Tartarus.
It doesn't go as fast as a Chaos Chamber though. So really,
no, not faster, but it's nearly as fast. Oh no, Ronnie, Thanatos. Ronnie showing us what he wants to do right now, highlighting the give up there. That's what you would have normally done with this Ares run at this point, probably. But that's okay, folks. It's still possible. This isn't the worst place ever. Oh, wait a minute. Seagull with a possible mistake there, I'm going to say. Seagull has, on Poseidon's keepsake, missed an epic dash, took epic Poseidon cast, Jerds. What is going on, Seagull?
That's, well, that's interesting, right? I guess, like, what you do is you dash cast in with the animation cancel to rush into your enemies, so you're always using casts, which... It's not going to be 0 value, that cast.
Gotta be a mistake. There's no way. Oh, but Splitting Bolt picked up for Seagull, never punished, apparently. I can't imagine that was done on purpose. Must have been a misselection into the barge. But Ronnie really needs those mistakes to happen, but it's still going to be tough. Seagull highlighting the cast for us to make sure we know it's there in his inventory, I guess.
Yeah.
But who cares? Splitting Bolt now? I don't know. I mean, this is going to be tough. Hammer picked up for Ronnie, but it's nothing good. All terrible hammers there for Ronnie, unfortunately. I think he wound up taking Explosive Fire. These are some Ares rail runs if I've ever seen them, Jerds. They are something, I gotta say. Yeah,
definitely spicy. We got all sorts of things happening. The pressure of the race definitely showing with both races and some selection.
Ooh. Nice Zeus call on Ronnie's side there. Meg going down pretty quickly.
That's good.
Got that dash doing some work for him. And remember, Seagull got those +3 dashes from Hermes so early, so not getting Poseidon's dash is definitely costing time, I think.
Yeah, that's a deal. All right, so what does Ronnie need to catch up here? That's the question. He needs Seagull to get a 34 or 33 Than.
Yeah, and he needs a lot of chambers himself because it's almost a full biome difference right now. Neither runner can get cluster rockets unless it's somehow from the anvil at this point, really, and that's going to be too late to really matter much. But yeah, Ronnie definitely needs a lot of help in the RNG department. At least Thanatos is out of the way. That's one way of looking at things for Ronnie. So I think it's still in the cards. There's still a possibility, but it's not going to be easy for Ronnie at this point because we're coming down to the end of the race. We only got another 10 minutes or so, probably. You know, like, things just got to go really smoothly.
Yeah. Couple of crazy stomps from this Looney head here. As Seagull clears the heads away.
I gotta say, when you know you're gonna get Splitting Bolt, because I'm sure Seagull just knew. Seagull just knew this was gonna happen. Flurry Fire might be the choice, but losing a DD to Lerny here, that's gonna cost some time, gonna cause some stress at the same time too. Missing the Aris buff there, unfortunately, because of the bounce back on the special. Gotta be careful with that. Sometimes you get lost in the moment playing Aris Rail. You know, you kind of forget that you gotta keep up that buff and land that special on yourself.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big part of the whole Aris Rail deal. Alright, third keepsake selected being Hades.
Alright, can we get it? Can we get the quadruple meg by Ronnie on the left side here? Ooh, it's a little off, unfortunately. Tries to knock the witches in with the dash at the last second there. It's definitely a tough maneuver, not easy.
Yeah,
Trying to finish him up. Still not a bad fight, though.
And I'm interested to know, what is the cost in time in terms of, is it maybe 1.5 seconds or so? If you to set up a 3 meg instead of a 4 meg.
That's a good question, Jerds. I don't know if it's been properly measured. Like, we were so busy thinking about how to get the 4 witch meg, and not so much is it worth it. You know, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe the guys did the math. I'm not sure, but I can tell you one thing: it's a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, Shaq's Proof asking the big questions here in chat. Seeing all these 4 witch megs, but does anyone have the guts to do a 0 witch meg? And you know what? I think that'd be really hard to do. Probably harder than a 3 witch meg.
Well, just so happens we have the world first 0 witch meg in chat right now. Wrist number 13 right there, ladies and folks. 0 witch meg is in. Everyone give big congrats to Wrist number 13 for his 0 witch meg live in the Hermes qualifiers.
that did happen, true. Hyper Sprint at purple there picked up for RonnieDaBear Overwatch. Congratulations. In the meantime, Minotaur fight here for Seagull. Probably one of the slowest mini bosses you can get here in Elysium, which is going to be good for Ronnie, and he's going to be hoping for a butterfly ball in comparison.
Ooh, watch that damage though. By the way, Seagull was able to pick up a rocket bomb right before this. Seagull's looking pretty juicy right now. I mean, things haven't gone that badly for Seagull and Elysium yet. They need to go a lot worse for Ronnie to really catch up at this point, because I think like half a biome behind at this point. I just don't think. Oh, it's got to be so tough. Sea Storm is being offered, but Seagull has to turn it down. Ends up taking Billowing Strength again. Purple Billowing Strength, by the way. No green boon for us, chat, but that makes sense because there is no Poseidon Dash. I just remembered online for Seagull, so you really would not want Sea Storm there.
Yeah, I mean, the only activated would be the cast, which isn't happening that often for an occasional, 40 damage from the strikes. So, much more value to get Billowing Strength.
Ooh, but there's the dash finally. Only common, but if Seagull had taken Sea Storm, oh boy, he would have been cruising right now. But into Patty, it is really coming together. Playing it safe, take that extra DD.
Interesting, so I didn't read that he didn't have the dash. For some reason, I thought he did have one and wasn't available, in which case I probably would have said invest in the future and take the Sea Storm, because right now that would be paying off, right?
I mean, Billowing Strength, right? Epic Billowing Strength? I mean, that's just going to do guaranteed work, I guess, was the thought process. And I totally get it, honestly. Rolling, probably trying to palm the dash. There it is. I like that move, actually. I think that's smart on Seagull's part, because you really got to get that damage going. But there it is, Jerds! The Chamber 34 Thanatos. It is here.
It's the only fan that RonnieDaBear needs. So this is an opportunity for catch-up.
This could be it, but I don't know. Ronnie's got a lot to catch up, unfortunately, still here. We need a lot more luck for Ronnie. Ends up taking a gold chamber instead of the hammer over there. Meanwhile, what kind of chamber do we have in store for Seagull? It is not good. I see a lot of unarmored enemies, but still, look at this damage. I mean, Splitting Bolt and now Splash Dash is online. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be that long of a chamber at all anyway.
Yeah, when you're this strong with your build now, it's just, you know, it's come at me, bro. It's anything that you throw, it doesn't really matter. You're waiting more for, like, bosses to run out of the room or do their dying animation than killing the enemies at this point. So let's see how long it takes for... Ah, hey, that was a quick. Part 2.
Come on, Thanatos.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Oh,
Alright.
there it is, into a Poseidon Chamber. Meanwhile, Ronnie actually saw Patty and is now entering the mini-boss fight now, so that was a nice little pickup, but I think at this point, you know, Seagull's just got sticks in front of him, and there's no big time losses besides maybe a Vermin at this point. I don't think the Vermin could make up as much time as Ronnie needs. I mean, so I'm gonna have to say that my money would have to go on Seagull at this point, because it's just too much of a deficit for Ronnie to make up for now. And look at this damage on the heroes too, by the way.
Yeah, that is strong damage, as is the Eris Way. Nice. Ooh, I love that rocket at the end, sort of dashing away and then confidence it would hit, but then kind of dash back in anyway. But that's good stuff. Like Seagull really showing his deftness here. Mechanically, both players are, you know, pretty much as good as each other. So I think, yeah, look, they're making pretty similar decisions. It's going to be hard for Ronnie to catch up. Like, the thing is, like, all the RNG's been rolling in Ronnie's way in this last sort of 2 biomes. And even then, like, he's still got a bit of work to do, unfortunately. So a Vermin might happen, but besides that, Ronnie just needs good enemies to spawn in all the rooms and sort of slow enemies to spawn for Seagull. And even then, yeah, I think you're right, Haelian. I'll be putting my money on Seagull at this point. Both races doing an incredible job, though, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I'm glad to see, like, Ronnie is really keeping in the spirit of things. He's trying his darndest, trying to get back in there. Can't quite make it up, though, it looks at this point. How many didgeridoos are you putting in for this race, by the way, Jerds?
I don't own any didgeridoos, but I'll put in $5 dues.
Well, how many American USD dollars would you put in here?
What do you mean put in? As a bet onto who wins?
Yeah.
I see what you're trying to do.
USD dollars.
Well, I can't. Yeah, I'm not allowed to start an illegal betting ring on Twitch. I'll get cancelled. Don't you encourage that here? Thank you.
Okay, yes, you're right. Do I see Seeking Fire on Ronnie's side, by the way? I think I see Seeking Fire, which is interesting to say the least. Not that Ronnie had a better choice, because I'm pretty sure he did not. But come on, Purple Support Fire, more projectiles, right? What's more satisfying than that?
Yeah, it is great. Is actually one of the mods in chat able to run a prediction? Because it's interesting, Twitch encourages predictions, which is almost like encouraging gambling, right? Let's gamble with your in-Twitch currency.
It's just channel points. Let's see, I've never started a prediction myself. Do I know how to do it? I don't think I know how to do it. Where's Godzillion over here? We need Godzillion to get some work done. What are we paying him for, Jerds?
I thought I saw Godzillion earlier at the start. I was busy with setup though. Alright, there's the heroes down there for Ronnie. But at the same time, Seagull's got the white screen.
Entering that Hades fight.
Reaching
This
the
has got to be it, I'm afraid. I don't think there's so much of a point in starting a prediction.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you could do it for fun. But for easy points, maybe. The only way that Seagull could possibly lose this now is by dying, which is not going to happen with 3 DDs at 300 health.
Yeah.
That's a lot of health, actually, for an Eris speedrun. But, yeah, I think the nail is about to be hit. But this time it's not Ronnie throwing the hammer.
OnlyFans will live on in our hearts and memories, at least.
Absolutely. Ronnie, definitely one of the friendliest and great guys in the community. So be sure to chuck him a follow there. You can see the channel name on screen, of course. RonnieDaBear. So Seagull here cleaning up Hades quite nicely here, showing the power of Eris and how to play it well. And that's it, with a time of 54 minutes, 14 seconds. Congratulations to
Nice time.
Seagull.
See the goal.
Seagull flies away with the victory, question mark. And yeah, that's great. He's going to be going through in the bracket to fight up against duunk0 in a month's time. So plenty of practice time there for Seagull to take on Goliath. In the meantime, on the left screen we have RonnieDaBear clearing up these sticks chambers here. Still will be getting a respectable time, probably somewhere around the 57-ish mark, I'm guessing. So yeah, also showing the power of Eris, doing quite well.
Yeah, big congrats to Seagull for taking this race, and big congrats earlier to duunk0 for taking that race. Does that mean we get to see a duunk0 versus Seagull lineup here, Jerseys?
Yeah, that'll happen in a month's time. So, because in a
I'm
fortnight we'll
keen
be the
to
other
hear
side.
what Seagull feels about that.
Yeah, well, look, if you progress in round 1, you're going to be hitting someone hard. So it's just going to have to be that way. But hey, you know, like, these are all talented folks. We have seen upsets before. For example, in Hermes Cup 3, we did see Bablo was considered King of the Mountain who got toppled. Anything can happen.
It's true. We got all these spicy new players joining us for the Cup, and they're putting in a lot of work here. I mean, we're seeing Seagull tearing it up right here today, that's for sure. Huge congrats. Not to mention, Kenorah did an amazing job earlier today, too. And, of course, who could forget that player, Poppy Hogwash? Wow, what a display that was.
Yeah, look, Poppy Hogwash deservedly should be rank 4 in this race. It would be actually pretty much racing right now if they didn't bow out gracefully. So,
that bow out gracefully was definitely needed, at least for the other runners' sake. No one wants to get embarrassed.
I just was, yeah, like, you know, I don't know if he was a good role model and representative for the community, being that, you know, he had the hoodie on, he had the glasses. He just kind of looked like he was trying to be too too cool.
Cool? Like, well, I mean, some people are just naturally cool, Jerds. I don't see the problem, actually.
Yeah, but we don't want no edgelords to be winning the Hermes Cup, do we? Or do we?
Nah.
I
mean, that's one way to describe their attitude, maybe.
No, it's fine. Look, anyone that... My actual opinion is anyone that is meritorious deserves the credit. So if that was Poppy, then that's Poppy, you know. RonnieDaBear there, giving us a show here.
These. Yeah, I'm liking where these clusters are coming down. You can see Seagull stealing the little logo OnlyFans big time on the right side, folks. As Ronnie finishes the run. Ooh.
Bubbo claiming, and actually lots of people in chat claiming that you, Poppy Hogwash owes child support. That's yeah,
well,
that's believable.
That has nothing to do with me. So whatever problem they have with Poppy, they're gonna take up with Poppy.
Congratulations to Ronnie, and thanks to Ronnie for OnlyFans for finishing off and giving us a show that that 3 weapons run. All right, just gonna mute that real quick. So we're back, and if everyone's finished with their image editing on stream, thanks racers for a good show. Let's start with RonnieDaBear. Tell us about your run.
Bro. I only saw Thanatos. I got tilted off the planet in my Poseidon Sword run. That wasn't obvious.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun in the first and third runs, for sure. What can I say? I did my best.
Yeah, you did. You did really good. And look, this is something you might not know, but up until the 30-minute mark, you and Seagull were literally head and head. You entered the Loney fight and it was synced. It was amazing to watch. Yep. So it all happened in that second half pretty much. And I think RNG had a bit to play there. Unfortunately, you got that chamber 33 Than in the second run, I think it was. So that's tough. But you did well with what you had, put it that way. So yeah, thanks for the good show. Seagull though, we'll be going through to fight duunk0 in a month's time here on the Hermes Cup. So grats Seagull for your future challenge there. And how do you think your run went?
I was feeling a little shaky at first just because that was probably the slowest flurry jab run I've ever had. I got all the right boons. Something just didn't come together with it. But once the Poseidon Sword started going, I was, just started really feeling good about it, and just kind of, kept moving from there. I did. I was stuttered a little bit by the Chamber 34 unarmored swordsman Thanatos that I got on Eris there, but luckily my build was amped up, so it worked out pretty well.
Can I inquire about the Poseidon cast and Asphodel?
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you two stories, and you can decide which one in your heart you want to believe.
I love
You
it.
can
Okay.
believe story of a runner who's nervous and fat-fingered the flood and picked flood shot instead of title dash. You can believe that story. I'd believe that story. Or you can believe the story of a man named Risk13 who for weeks has been proselytizing the theory of the title dash start on Eris Rail. He says you don't need the lightning damage. Title dash takes care of everything. You get those early palms in it and you're good. But here we see a run that didn't get title dash until Elysium. Still come out with a very respectable time because I started Zeus and got all those good Zeus spoons in Tartarus. So you can choose which story
Don't
to
worry.
believe.
We were praising because you around the same time you also got splitting bolts, so it's kind of like who cares? He's got splitting bolts. We're cruising.
Yeah, that definitely helped close up the damage gap. I was very thankful to see the dash in Elysium.
Wait, you got what now?
I didn't
Nothing
have
running.
natural precision.
Nothing
That's
running.
it.
There was
You
no
got
legendary
nothing?
boon
Okay.
had. Yeah,
Gotcha.
no
Well, there was
legendary.
there was no dash boons had either for a while, so it evens out a little
For
bit.
sure.
I do think I had like Chamber 5 Fountain into shop every single time. And I had like 2 Chamber 22 Eurydices. So Room RNG was definitely very kind to me, I'll say, overall.
Hey man, firm handshakes. I'm
Firm
looking
handshakes
forward
all
to
around.
watching the runs afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot
Good
of fun. Good games.
All right. Well, with that, thanks, folks, for putting on some really good shows and giving it a solid run. We can see. 1 second. I'm just going to bring up the top times now. This is going to flesh out quite a bit as we go through into the cup. Where is it? Here it is. Here.
I believe Seagull now takes the number 2 spot here. Ooh, Ronnie just 2 seconds behind Kenorah's time there. Interesting.
Yeah,
So
absolutely
close.
right. Well, this is a good opportunity, just while we've got Ronnie and Seagull. Ronnie, why don't you start off? What are you going to be doing in terms of your streaming and your gaming leading forward? And any shout outs you want to give?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So I guess I'm finally back into Hades. I took a couple week break. I've been streaming to my European friends and people who don't sleep. So shout outs to y'all.
Nice.
I'll be doing more RTA stuff for sure. I just got a new computer, so I can actually like load in to stuff faster, which is amazing. I didn't even know how fast rooms were supposed to load. I was like, wait, is this the game everyone else is playing? This is crazy. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing some RTA stuff. I still have to finish my sub 9 on a weapon challenge. But yeah, stream will be on and off. Nothing too specific to be working on. Yeah, shout outs to any of my followers or friends that are watching. Y'all are great.
Nice one.
Shout out to Thanatos. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. Right? Only fans. All right, and Seagull, why don't you fire away?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still pretty new to streaming overall. Try to get in like maybe 1 a week if I can. I'm going to start a fun project soon. I'm going to try, I've never done any routing before. I'm going to try and develop a route for 64 heat so that Baj can clear that with his Zeus shield. I'm not going to clear it myself, but
Yes, dude.
Para recently updated the mod to predict for approval process, so that will save me a lot of time. And I was thinking about streaming some stuff because I'll be learning. Other people might be interested in it. Could be a fun time.
That sounds spicy. I'd be excited to see that.
Yeah, that's amazing. That'll be quite a good project. All right, so be sure to follow C_Gull. All right, and here's the Hermes Cup 4 bracket. We can see here that duunk0 and Seagull will be fighting in a month's time. Gives you plenty of time to chill, do projects, and then come back into practice, which is great. But this also means that in a fortnight's time, we've got some more heavy hitters coming in to show you how Hades racing is done. Bablo versus Shitake and Ananke versus JDN. Amazing. Oh, that's, yeah. If you want to follow these folks, that is JDN SR. I'll fix that name up later. But SR for speedrunning, not for senior. Haven't seen JDN Jr. around lately, actually.
You forgot the OW and RonnieDaBear.
I know. I'll fix that up later. These are names. They're not channel names, but I'll change them to channel names.
Just blame it on Twinkletoes, Jerds. It's the easy cop out.
No, she cool. She cool. I need her support. I can't blame her. To help out with the Hermes Cup.
Yourself?
She does a lot of, for those who don't know, Twinkletoes is my gorgeous partner who I live with here and does a lot of the support for the production side of the Hermes Cup. So thanks, baby. All right, with that, we're coming back to cams and we're going to finish off the stream. Good to see y'all. Thanks so much for the Hermes Cup follows and stuff that I see today in the subs. That's pretty cool. We'll see you all in a fortnight's time. But as for now, we're going to look for a raid partner. Actually, no, Haelian. Well, you're going to do some shout outs before we finish. And what are you going to be working on?
Oh.
With your stream and stuff like that?
Now, let's see. I'll be streaming this Sunday, usual time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Probably, I don't know, something on Hades. We'll find something to do in Hades. We always do, baby. No idea what, though. Other than that, nothing too special for me.
All right, so who are we going to raid? That's the question. Who have we got?
All right, who do we got?
Throw in some suggestions.